What's going on, everybody? Lead Farmer 73 here. What's up? Another smooth day here on the land. Freedom Makers. I named this place just right. So I wanted to come in here and say guava to everybody. Hello, welcome, come on in. Sit back, relax. I know a lot of folks is at work. But you know what? That's kind of what this is about. Hey, Q-Dub, how you doing? Let me see, where my glasses at? Q-Dub, let's get some names off up in this place here. Let's see. Sam, how you doing? Patient Saint, what's going on, brother? Kev, Urban Backyard Homesteading. Natasha, how you doing? Soulful Seedlings, Big Bad Bo. TJ, Larry Lane, Fatima, G. Cole, Second Floor Gardens. What's going on? Ella Jean Jones. What's going on? Rosalind Moore. Rosalind Moore. Rosalind Moore. Jennifer, how you doing? Soulful Seedlings, Cooking with Mama. How you doing, Cooking with Mama? I think I've been over to your channel watching you do your thing. Revealed Light, how you doing? Love, how you doing? Garden Divas, what's going on? Let's see. Cynthia Butler, Daily Dose of Living. 99 Fabrication. Suzette Blanc, how you doing? Let's see who else we got. Ant 4 Barbecue, what's going on? Cynthia Murray, Ant 4 Barbecue. Talia, how you doing? Yvette Church, we'll give it another second and then we're going to get to going. Juanita Gates, how you doing? Hey, B-Love. B-Love. Why do your name sound familiar, B-Love? B-Love. It'll come to me. C. Francis, Monica Landrum, how you doing? Cooking. Oh, say doing good, lad. You just got me prepared. Just got out the garden, planted it. I'm glad you said that, because that's what we're talking about today. We've been in here for a minute or two, so we're gonna get going. Welcome to everybody that's coming in, and if you're watching the replay, welcome. Cooking with Mama say also got an electric pressure canner. I have never got one of those. I still do it old school. Let's see. Hey, Lexi in the garden and Desandra Garden Journey. How you doing? Now let's talk about something. All right. Now let's be realistic. You know how I feel about being realistic. Things are happening that we can't ignore. Right now, we ain't just gonna talk about the economy. We're gonna talk about the whole ball of clay, and we're not going to get into the politics of it at all. We're just going to talk about the results of we're going to talk about the results of the political moves that have been done so far. It hasn't been a year yet. So this is what we're talking about. The premise of this today is talking about what are we preparing for? Right? Let me pull us up. What are we preparing for? Let's see. Let me find myself a little bit. Wish I could stand this thing up, but I can't. So I got to do what I got to do. Say I'm at, okay, let's see. All right, y'all. I can see myself now. Okay. All right. We are preparing for a shutdown. I know you don't think so. It's a lot of people do not think that this country is going to shut down again because it's not talked about as much as all the other ridiculous nonsense going on. It's not something that's being spoken about. But if you remember, it's almost like we have literally went back in time. Do you agree? Do you agree? We have actually literally been able to see some of our greatest mistakes, relive them again, and not doing anything different, again, if not worse, if not even worse. So right now, everybody heads is in the clouds and people are ignoring what's going on. I know I haven't been on YouTube that much lately. Two different reasons why I haven't been on YouTube. Let's talk about that. Please don't say the name of the stuff flying around. Please don't say the name of it. I think we all know. Please don't say the name of what happened in 2020, 2019, and don't name of it this time, please. Because YouTube is doing, and all social media platforms are doing everything in their power for us not to be informed. And the algorithm looks for those words. Okay, so please, I think we're all adults and we all know what's going on. So we don't have to call out the word that can sink and shut down the spread of this video. Okay, here we go. And that's what it's a lot of content. I need to veer off on that. A lot of content creators are not realizing why we're not getting any traffic. It's because we are openly speaking about the things that are going on. Now I want to talk about that because that's a whole nother video. I want to speak on that, which is we're openly talking about the politics, the politicians, the new rules, the laws, the regulations. Here's the problem with that though. The people, and this is factual. The people that program all of these AI, they run everything. They're helping this. They don't want you talking bad about the reality of the situation that's going on. And they have programmed these computers to look out for all the words and all the little catchphrases. And if it's the wrong catchphrase, they'll kick you out of the algorithm. Let's be realistic. Everybody that has donated to these people are the same people that own all of these doggone social media sites. They do not want you talking bad about this dude unless it's going to make them some money. And small potatoes like me ain't making them no money. So they say, throw that out. So, let's just kind of tone that down. I think we all got enough common sense to realize what we're talking about, who we're talking about. And if you really need to be told, for those people like, who we talking about? You're on the wrong channel. Okay. If you don't know what's going on these days, right now, by now, you done had doggone 10 years to figure it, go figure out something else to do. Okay. So let's get back to it. Everything that has happened in 2019, literally almost word for word, line for line, has happened again. A cruise ship mysteriously shows up in the middle of the freaking ocean with a bunch of sick people on it. Skip to chapter 2. For some reason, they said, let's let these people off the boat before we know what the hell is going on. Skip to chapter 3. None of these people need to be supervised. We just gonna let them go home, and if they have a problem, we'll have them call their doctor, and we'll deal with it from there. Skip to chapter 4. Trailer loads with freezer semi-trailers stacked full of human remains. Skip to chapter 5. You can't even say goodbye to your loved ones because they don't want you to come to the funeral. I literally was a mailman at the time in 2019, 2020. And you know what? A lot of my deliveries was funeral homes. And the worst thing that I never could wrap my head around was watching drive-through funerals. In the year 2020 and 2021, I watched so many drive-through funerals that it almost became normal to me. You can't see your loved one. You can't say your goodbyes properly. Nothing. Everything has to be sterilized, and a lot of people had to be cremated, yada, yada, yada. We're all leading up to that, because as soon as they let those people off that, the people was out there in the boat. They said several people had passed away on the boat. Some of the people that passed away on the boat is in freezer somewhere. They still on the boat. Before they can send anybody in and figure out what's going on, they didn't send no scientists, nothing. What do? Y'all come on home. And then we gonna send the boat to another place. Let off some sick people here. Now go back over there and let some sick people up there. Head over to there. And ain't nobody figured nothing out. You mean tell me you ain't send no scientists on the boat to try to start figuring out what's wrong with these people? And all these people crying. And I know this is about to sound super horrible. It's about to sound super inhumane of me. If you're tender-hearted, close your ears. No, you don't. If you're tender-hearted, you need to hear this. Okay? And this is not just from my medical training. My father was in the military. My whole family was in the military. And in the military, if you have been in the military or if you are in the military, there's a certain line you don't cross. I don't care where your emotions is at. Your emotions are going to tell you to save as many people as you can. Your morals are going to tell you to save as many people as you can. But the reality is, this one person could jeopardize the whole population. And it's going to come a time where you're going to have to make calls where your heartstrings going to get pulled and yanked around. But you will not be able to, you can't let your feelings and your emotions get in the middle of it. I know that's hard and I know it sounds cruel, but even if it's your own children, it's going to come to a point where you got to say, listen, it's certain things you're not going to be able to do. So my point is this. Those people, now let's be realistic. Those people were on a freaking massive cruise ship. A cruise ship is literally a floating city. Has anybody ever been on a cruise? Anybody ever been on a cruise? Raise your hand. The reason why people go on so many cruises is because if you go on one cruise for the little 5 days or whatever, you'll never see everything. If you're on a cruise ship for 5 to 7 days, you will never, ever see everything they have to offer on a cruise ship. A cruise ship is even bigger than a resort in Florida. You could get on a doggone e-bike and ride around that damn cruise ship and you will never see one end of the other. So, the people that was on that cruise ship, you're not suffering. You got plenty of food, plenty of water, and anything that you would have needed could have been shipped into you. But everybody is so worried about themselves so much that you're willing to jeopardize the rest of the world because you want to go home so bad. That's not cool to me. And I know people gonna be like, "Oh, lad, that's kind of cold." No, it's not. I would never jeopardize the rest of the world or the rest of the country because I'm doing bad. I'm that dude in the movie that says, "Look, just leave me a pistol, man. I'ma hold them off. You guys make a run for it. No, Lynn, please. No, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. I'll hold them off, man. Just give me a pistol, man. I'll hold them off, man. I'm done. I'm cooked, man. I'm finished." I'm that dude. If I know I'm going to slow down the rest of these people for survival, man, you gotta go. I'm not gonna let the rest of my tribe fail because I'm wounded or I can't keep up or something has happened to me. No, no, oh no. Now let's get back into it. There is going to be a shutdown. And the worst part about this shutdown, that's even worse than the last one, is the economic state of the country is at an all-time historic low. Nobody has jobs this time. Nobody. There won't be working from home because you didn't have a job to begin with. All of them tornadoes that just hit just recently, you know why so many people perished? You know why it was so much damage? Not because the storms hit different. Nope. People perished and the damage was worse because they shut down the doggone alert system. They took the funding away from the doggone alert system. Who does that? Like, why? Like, why? So all of them people had to lose their lives and have their property destroyed and couldn't evacuate in time because they removed all of the guardrails for safety that's supposed to help the American people. Now, okay, the reason I'm bringing that up is that's the state of America right now. We have no safety guardrails for if you lose your job, if you have a health care problem, if you have insurance problem. We have none of that anymore. So we're starting underneath the prison while another health crisis is rising. So here's the reason why I say we're going to have another shutdown. If it's not due to this new virus that's out, it's going to be because we cannot economically sustain ourselves from this point. Do you understand? I want you to look at the stats, look at the facts, and realize this country literally cannot sustain itself. It's the same as if all you had to eat was everything you grow in your garden, right? If all you had to eat was everything that's being grown in your garden, me and you know we wouldn't work out okay. Our gardens are not big enough and it's not producing enough to fully 100% sustain us. Am I right? Now, don't, hey, Missy Hawk, am I right? So yesterday, Missy Hawk said, yesterday I told the people close to me to stock up and top off your home supplies. Don't be fooled by them saying it won't happen, shut down. Right? Hey, listen, didn't they say last time that everything is okay? There's nothing to worry about. Didn't he tell us to drink something that's supposed to go into the laundry, the washing machine, and everything is going to be okay? Didn't they tell us to inject ourselves with something from Tractor Supply and things are going to be okay? Didn't they? There was no reason for anybody to wear gloves, masks, any kind of PPE. Didn't they say that? They promoted, go ahead and go in the biggest crowd and sniff it up so you can become immune. Didn't they? That was how they handled it. The top dogs, that's how they handled it. If I am not mistaken, he just said he don't care what our economic status is. Long as he's so worried about this other country and stealing their oil, he said he don't care about our economic status of the American people. Basically, go screw yourself. I'm worried about them. That's out of his mouth. Okay? And I don't want to talk about politics. I just want to talk about the facts so you understand what's happening here. If he's telling you with his own mouth that screw you, I'm worried about stealing these people oil, and that's all he want to get, because this is all ego now. Okay, what do you think he's going to do if this thing starts to spread? We are again economically unsustainable. Every day they're spending billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars on the most nonsensical crap. It's people ain't got no jobs. It's people ain't got, what you doing? It's, you know what I thought of? It's kids going to college, it's kids graduating right now off to college. And for what though? Like, what is going to be your future besides a buttload of debt that you can't pay off? And I'm not saying don't get a higher learning. I'm just trying to be realistic. And what I'm saying right now, it might pinch you in the boo boo a little bit, but I'm being honest with you. It's a lot of people going to hell. Before all of this, people was going to college and come out ain't no jobs. But now, if AI is taking over all of the jobs in the workplace to the point where people now that are in the workplace are literally being replaced by said AI, what are we doing? What are we doing? Missy said, I'm clearing out all my wasted spot that's full of junk to use for more supplies. Amen to that. And now that we're being in here, I'm gonna get into what we in here for. But first, I need to reiterate: this country will shut down. Forget the virus that's going around. If that don't do it, we're still economically unsustainable to the point we're going to have to close. Once a store runs out of supplies, it has to close. Once a store is not bringing in more money than it's making, it has to close. If a store is losing money and nothing is coming in, only 2 and 3 customers a week, it has to close. Let's remember something. The United States of America is a company. It is a branded company. This is a industrial. Think of it as a big factory. It literally is. I don't care how you cut it. And in some documents, that's kind of how they state it. This country is a business just like automotive industry or anything else. And if we're losing money, we're bleeding money, we were already in debt by billions. We were in debt. But then now we're spending billions and billions and billions and billions on top of the billions that we already owe, trillions that we already owe. I need y'all to think about how much money we've spent in the last 60 days. This country, how much money have we spent in the last 60 days on some bull? Billions, if not trillions of dollars. On some stuff nobody can explain. Nobody has been able to explain yet. How much were we in debt for? How much was this country in debt for? We could have paid off the national debt. We could have put everybody could have had free health care. Everybody could have had free health care and free education with the money that they have spent in the last 60 days. I think, go do the math. Go look it up yourself. The money that this country has spent in the last 60 days to 6 months. Everybody could have had free health care and free education, just like every other country. But no, we're spending that much money by putting it in patting each other's pockets and trying to steal from other people, other countries. I digress. This is why I'm doing this video today. I just needed to state some facts before I got into the preparation. And now let's get it. I'm going to give you one. Prepare not to have no power. The reason I got this video playing behind me right now that I did the other day, y'all don't even want to know what I've done. You don't even want to know. I had to leave home so I could finish my mission. Prepare not to have no power. Not because the power may get shut off. I'm not saying that. I'm not even talking about no catastrophic situation. Mm-mm. I'm talking about preparing not to have no power. The getaway. The getaway is because you can't pay for it. You can't afford it. Remember them days? I don't know if you've ever had them. Trust me, I've had more in my life than I care to mention. Which was, you can't pay the light bill. And next thing you know, you watching the soap operas or whatever you do in the middle of the day, watching your Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, and then, boom, it's dark. And then you look out your front window to see if the rest of the neighborhood went dark or if anybody else on the porch. No, they porch lights and stuff on. What? No, they out there washing their car. No, he playing his music. And then you look over to the left and see that little man in that little truck with the lights on it, shutting your junks off. Because remember, this was before the internet. So they couldn't remotely do it. The little dude had to come to your house and shut your power off. The little dude had to come in your house to shut off your water, your gas, and your lights. So I can remember in my younger days, me and my wife, I can remember like, hey, you see the man truck, you see the power company truck, or you see the water company truck, or you see the gas company truck, and they coming down the street with that little yellow light on top of that little pickup truck. He said, hey, you pay the bill? No, I thought you paid the bill. Oh, God, they about to come here. Oh, hurry up. Go get my checkbook. Hurry up, go get my checkbook. Go get my checkbook. Let me go see if I can talk to this dude. And bring me down $20. I'm a tipping. How many people remember them days? When you know you're about to dribble this check. Because ain't no money. All you know is I just need this dude to take this dribbling check. I ain't going to call it what it is. Take this dribbling check and this $20 that I was saving for gas. And he got to the end of the day to turn that check in. They're not going to process this check for at least 24 hours. So what that's telling me is, I was chilling at home watching Maury Povich and stuff. Baby, I got to go. I got to hit the streets. I got to hustle because I got to come up with $200 before that check go through. Tell me I'm wrong when I ain't. I've been there. I done did it. Babe, I love to stay with you, but I gotta go. I gotta go get some money. Where you got to go? I can't tell you everything. I can't tell you. Might divorce me. I can't tell you everything. All I know is I gotta get this money. All right? So I'll be back. Don't ask me nothing else. We've all been there, and if you haven't been there, you've been blessed. But if you haven't been there, you don't know what's about to smack you dead in the face, and you ain't gonna know how to handle it. So to me, it ain't that the power is just going to go off and something's going to hit the grid. Nope. This is why I say this. Because the prices of everything, the prices of gasoline, the prices of diesel, the prices of all fuels, propane, natural gas, and everything. Now, when they say barrels of oil, they're talking about all fuels, all flammable liquids, all oils, cooking oils, hair oils, any kind of oil that makes fuel, lotions, lubricants, everything you could think that's oily and out of here. Why you probably like, ain't nobody cooking no chicken in no doggone crude oil. No, but who's going to harvest the corn? You need the crude oil to run the semi truck to go either harvest the corn, pick the corn, plant the corn so you can make corn oil. It's all related, man. It's all related. It's all related. And everybody keep thinking just, well, I ain't worried about gasoline because I don't drive. I live in a big city. We take the subway. What do you think is running the electricity for the subway? What do you think is running the electric to feed your electric car? All of this is relative. And people don't get it. It's literally this. We are living in like a beehive. If the queen perishes, the rest of the bees will perish if the rest of the bees cannot make a new queen. And trust me, she gonna be half-ass even if they do. The hive will never be the same. If they can actually make a queen, they may be okay. But trust me, they'll never be as strong anymore. And that's what has happened here. Okay? The leader of the hive is faulty. So the rest of the hive is failing. That is the country. The worker bees, that is us. So, electricity, if you don't have it and you need it, you better get it. Simple. Now I'm going to give you how. When it comes to energy needs, y'all, please invest in solar. I'm going to tell you why you invest in solar. It's not so you can keep your lights on inside of your home. Solar is also going to power up your vehicles. Okay? And I'm going to skip down because I wrote a bunch of this stuff out. Affordable, you're going to need, okay, let's get back to this. Solar power, candles, invest in wood. Invest in wood. I don't care if you don't have any woods around you. Go purchase wood. There's a lot of people that sell wood. Purchase it because you're going to be cooking with it. You're going to be heating your home with it. You don't think so. Okay? And you got to get your skill set up. You're going to know you need to learn how to start a fire. You need to know how to cook with wood. You think cooking with wood is easy, don't you? Because you barbecue with some charcoal briquettes. You think cooking with wood is easy. Try it. I dare you. Now, I'm going to skip down and go right into you need to work on affordable transportation. Now, I said this and I'm about to bite my tongue, and this is it. I said I like electric cars, but I do not see them taking over the country. I said I love electric cars, but I just really truly don't see them taking over the country because at this very time, they're not practical. I was wrong. Because see, what I only thought was I'm thinking in a little bubble that we are here in this country. See, we live in our own little bubble with our pinky out thinking our stuff don't stink. But while we're in the middle of chaos, while we, United States of America, is in the middle of chaos, China and all these other countries are coming out with electric vehicles that can fully charge from 0 to full in 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes. They actually have at a car show electric vehicles from overseas, electric vehicles that can charge now in like 5 minutes. While we're sitting here robbing, robbing from Peter to pay Paul, and you robbing your own people, and you kicking your own people when they down. We so busy robbing each other. This, you know what? Let me tell you something about America. I'm gonna say this: America ghetto as hell, and yes, I can say that because I lived in it. America ghetto as hell. You know why I say that? Because only in the ghetto do ghetto people rob each other when they don't got anything. They don't go out far where people got money at. They don't go into the gated communities. They don't go into the places with all this beautiful shopping areas. They don't go. No, no. They rob convenience stores in the hood. They rob 7-Eleven in the hood, gas station in the hood. They robbed a poor dude that lived next door, your own neighbor. That's America. We already ghetto as hell. We ain't got nothing, but we robbing ourselves. Like we all gonna come up. So anyway, I digress. Man, look, we need to work on our skill set. So what we need to be doing, while those countries are producing vehicles for their people that they can just charge up in 5 minutes, just like a tank of gasoline. We sitting here, I see electric cars sitting at the pump for a half hour, whatever, 20 minutes. You got stuff to do. So, okay, affordable transportation, electric bikes. Now is the time to invest in an electric bicycle. And I know you like, I can just ride a normal bike. Can you though? Can you really, like, for real? Let me break something else down to you about electric bikes. I'm gonna tell you why electric bikes sell so good down in the South. Electric bikes sell good down in the South because it's not flat like the North. Up north, you could probably pull it off if you half-ass help, okay? Because it's all flat land. In the South, everything is hilly and mountainous. There are no flat streets, flat roads, nowhere. I've lived in Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Columbia, South Carolina, and I'm telling you, there is no flat land unless the places that's flat, we made it flat for us, for businesses. That's it. And it's very short distance of a bunch of stores or something, and that's it. Ain't no flat neighborhoods, ain't no flat shopping centers. Everything is up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. That's why the gas prices are cheaper in the South, because we waste it just going uphill all the time. That's why transmissions blow out in the South, because we always going up and down mountains all the time. Okay. So if you don't think you need an electric bike and you think you just that damn healthy, you think you that healthy, don't you? You think you just gonna be pedaling, huh? You think you gonna get your steps in, huh? You think you gonna get your steps in, huh? You think you don't need no electric bike, huh? You think you gonna be pedaling the old BMX bike, huh? What's your problem? That's me. So yeah, no. Yeah, you heard the juvie. You a paper chase, you got your block on fire, handle your business. Really, listen. Hey. You ain't. She thought I was really somebody else. You hear her barking? You think you gonna be pedaling your bike, huh? Listen, she think I'm somebody else. So you ain't got no little place for you to sit on the bike, huh? So she tripping. You a puppy chaser, you got your block on fire, you handling your business, making something out of nothing, handling your business. Boy, Juvie, let me stop. I digress, I'm sorry. Renewable energy and affordable electric transportation is the future. Yes, I said it. And I'm going to tell you why affordable electric vehicles will be the future. Because you won't have to depend on anybody. If you invest in solar power, which the first one I said, right? If you invest in solar power, you will be able to charge your own electric vehicles. Like I ain't gonna lie, that's not true. There was a few electric bikes that I have plugged into the wall when I first started. I do not plug my electric bikes in the wall anymore. I plug my electric bikes into my solar power generator and I charge them up that way. Right? So every time I charge one of my electric bikes, it was done from the sun. So that's why I'm doing everything in my power to solidify my solar footprint because I need as much power generated as I possibly can get. And I'm buying pieces at a time. Pieces at a time. Everybody think I got all of this stuff at one time. I've been putting my solar together for the last 15 years. 15 years. Even when the solar panels I had was trash. Okay? So, now let's get into it. This is another prediction that we already see. No food. There is no food already. No food. I'm preparing for us to be fighting over food again. I'm preparing for us to have no power, no transportation, no fuel. And I'm not saying it's going to go anywhere. I'm saying you won't be able to afford it. So I don't want people to come here thinking that I'm talking about the apocalyptic stuff because I'm not. I'm telling you, you won't be. Guess what? I bet you. I can tell you how I know I'm right because I bet you $1 to a donut. I bet you. Oh, I got to get that to Willie D. My bad. That's Willie D saying. I bet you $1 to a donut. Willie, got to throw that up. I bet you. You ain't filling your tank up right now. I bet you that. I don't know you, don't never seen you, never met you, don't know what kind of car you drive, don't know where you live, don't know nothing about you. But I bet you $100 you ain't still filling your tank up right now. I bet you that. I bet you doing like me and you go up in there. You already got the money that you gonna put in your pocket. If you even using your credit card, $20, $20. Even my wife, I got in her car. We was about to go travel in her car. And I said, damn, baby, you ain't got no gas. She said, I don't do it like that no more. She been doing the same thing I'm doing. $20. I'm going to tell you why. It's not just because you can't afford it, because some of you still can. The reason why you're $20 and nickel and diming it is because the levels and the levels of corruption are so vast that you will be at $5.50 at this gas station and drive 2 blocks down the road and it's $4.99. Drive another mile down the road is $3.99. These gas stations are gouging so bad that even if I had the money to fill up my gas tank, I'm scared to fill it up at this gas station because this one might be gouging. And I go down the road. I done seen it, man. Look, every time I got to drive to Freedom Acres, it cost me serious money, right? So I have gotten to the point where I get gas while I'm driving. I'm looking at billboards. I'm looking at two billboards while I'm driving now coming to Freedom Acres. One of them is let's do this. You know, when you drive down the highway, uh repent. Jesus loves you. I'm sorry. Jesus saves lives. You see those billboards? And the other billboards is Love's Truck Stop. $3.99 a gallon. For members only. Ah, damn. Ah, they almost tricked me. They almost got me. They almost pulled off on the exit. They said for members only. I ain't signing no membership for nobody. Circle K. Circle K. 401 a gallon. Okay. Oh, that ain't for members. Pull off. I will drive all the way to Freedom Acres, and now it's taking me longer to get to Freedom Acres because I pull off probably 2 or 3 different times. If I keep seeing these gas prices keep dropping, I'm scared to stop at anybody and just say, fill her up, Sam. You know, $5.25 a gallon, $5.50 a gallon, and then down the road, you don't. The worst feeling in the world is to get down the damn road and you see $3.99. Damn! You know how much money you wasted? You know how many gallons of gasoline that you just wasted? Because you just filled up back there for $5.50 and it's $3.99 here. Look at how much you just wasted. Man, you want to go and pull a ski mask over your face and go back to that first gas station. Like, give me the loot, give me the loot, give me the loot, give me the loot. Y'all know what y'all did, fool. You know what this is. I did not come in here with a ski mask on my face because I'm cold. It is July. You know what it is. Give me my money back. Y'all know what y'all did, man. $5.50, and you know right down the street, man, it's $3.99. Man, give me my money back, man. Somebody gonna call the manager. It's gonna be a standoff in this mug. Y'all better send in a negotiator for gasoline, son, because I'm gonna be in here. Like, sir, don't hurt anybody. Listen, I don't want to hurt anybody. Just give me my money back for my freaking gas and send a chopper and get me out of here. You know, I'm not asking for much. Please just let the people out of the gas. No way, man. This is the system, man. They're robbing us blind, brother. I'm not asking for much. Just give me my money back, man. And, you know, just make all of those people out there leave, man, so I can just walk away. It feels like a hostage standoff for this gasoline. I'm not in here with these hostages because I done robbed the place and, you know, it's a couple of people leaking on the floor. No, I got my receipt and they won't give my money back for this gas that they just robbed me for. You should be coming and negotiating with them for taking me hostage, me and my wallet. I'm sorry. I went into another place. I went into my dark place. I'm trying to stop going to my dark place, y'all. So please forgive me if I run off every blue moon. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So let's talk about it. No food, right? What can we do with no food right now? I suggest you stock up as much food as you possibly can. I know y'all don't think that. I got a couple different things about the food. Number one, stock up as much food as you can. Start a garden. Start a garden. Start a garden. Stock up as much food as you can. Start a garden. Can up all the food that you can. You want to, can I show you something? I can't make this up. So you understand what I'm talking about, and I ain't playing no games with you. I'm not just talking. I am doing and living what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I did before I came to Freedom Makers when I wasn't on YouTube for a few days. Let me show you. I can't make this up. Where is it? There it is. can show y'all three things. Matter of fact, I can show you three things. Look. Look at that. Look at this. This is a snack that I ate like a week ago. I started eating in. You know what this is? My canned pears from last year. These are the canned pears, ice cold canned pears that I got off my pear tree from last year. I wanted something sweet and I'm trying to be good. I'm trying not to eat no junk food. So I'm like, okay, I know I shouldn't be eating no kind of sugar, but okay, I'm fiending, right? Natural sweetness. There's no sugar added in here. This is just pears and water. Canning my own food, eating my own food. Now, this is what I was doing so I can prove to you I'm not playing. Look. You know what that is? Mayonnaise. That's mayonnaise. You see that? I can mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise, okay? I know it's crazy. I bought this big old giant tub of mayonnaise from Costco. And my daughter cracked on me. She like, hey, yo. My daughter off the chain. She said, hey, yo. Me and my wife sitting down having coffee. She coming to the kitchen. Hey, yo. Yo, what's up with this big giant vat of mayonnaise? And my wife she said, that's your daddy's mayonnaise. She said, what are you doing? I said, yo, I like mayonnaise. This ain't none of your business. You know, I don't like keep running back and forth to the store to use no mayonnaise. And no, and plus, I don't like when it go to start to turning yellow. I like to eat it up and slap it on, slather it on, and it's good for you. And it's good for you. It's better than everything else. Mayonnaise and mustard. Trust and believe. Mayonnaise and mustard. So my daughter clowning me while I'm drinking my coffee and she wouldn't let it go, right? Like, for real though, Dad, like, you are literally consuming this much mayonnaise. You don't think that you should, tell your doctor about this next time you go? Man, leave me alone. Okay? So, she made me feel so bad. I ain't gonna lie. She got to me now. I said, damn, I thought everybody ate this much mayonnaise, but maybe it's just me. Even when my daughter is making my wife laugh, she said, honey, that's a lot of mayonnaise. Damn, really? Y'all ain't never said nothing all these years? So I've been the freak of the house. Y'all looking at me like I'm got some kind of problem, and nobody saying anything. Like I had they talking about me at the breakfast table like I got a drinking problem or a smoking problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, is this an intervention? That's how they was coming at me. Look, the mayonnaise problem, Dad, it's getting a little overboard. Okay, I've been wanting to tell you, and I can see my daughter now. Dad, we love you, and I wanted you to know it really hurt my feelings when you didn't come to my ballet recital because you were making mayonnaise sandwiches and when you finally made it to the recital late, you smelled like Duke's real mayonnaise. I love you, Daddy. I don't want you to leave us. I felt like I'm in a damn intervention. So, what do? I felt so bad after listen, my daughter, if you think I'm bad, my daughter warmed me up. You hear me? She lit me up constantly. She cooked me bad for like 30 minutes, She done washed dishes and still warming me up. So what I do, I felt so bad when wasn't nobody looking. I went on ahead and just canned my mayonnaise. I canned it so it can be in smaller jars so it don't look like I got a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I brought it came out to 5 jars, was it 4 or 5 jars of mayonnaise? And I left 2 at my house. I put 1 in the cupboard. I put 1 in the refrigerator. And I brought 2 to Freedom Makers. So, I don't got no big giant witches pots of mayonnaise laying around so people think like I'm doing drugs or something. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. So I walk it like I talk it. So when I say can up your stuff, everything, go up there and look up in your cupboard and see how much stuff. Look in your refrigerator. How much of this, how many bottles of open mustard do you got inside your refrigerator? I got about 4 open bottles of mustard at the house. I got about 4 open bottles of mustard. I don't even know why that happens. 2 or 3 bottles of open ketchup in there and 2 or 3 or 4 bottles of open mustard. I don't even know why. And relish. I like it. It ain't crack. You know what I'm saying? I likes it. I like condiments. I like condiments, doggone. It ain't crack. It could be crack. Like I told my daughter that day. It could be crack. You lucky you ain't finding your daddy in no dark alley on his knees behind a dumpster for no mayonnaise. I'm sorry. I went to my dark place again, y'all. Pull me back from my dark place. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Okay. Let's get back to it. Stock up your food. Can up your food. Garden. Grow your garden. And other part of your food system. You have to invest in livestock. Please. You don't have to eat the chicken. You don't have to eat the eggs if you are a vegan or a vegetarian. We had somebody on the show the other day on the Grow and Tell show that I do. And she said she got chickens. She said, I don't eat them, but you can sell them off, trade them off. If worse came to worse, though, you dig what I'm saying? Livestock. It costs nothing to take care of chickens. Okay? So please invest in livestock. And the reason why I'm only saying chickens, because pigs, you can't have pigs in the city. You can't necessarily have goats in the city. So you are legally able to keep several chickens in your municipality. Okay? That's why I'm just going to talk about the chicken. Water. There won't be no water. There won't be no water. You won't have access to water, not because they're going to cut the switches off and cut off the pipes. You won't have access to water because you won't be able to afford water. Now, let's talk about water for a hot second. Water is not just for drinking and hydration. Water is also for cleanliness to keep diseases down. If you don't have water and there's some sort of virus going around and you constantly need to wash up and being exposed out in the open and touching different things, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're going to get whatever they got going on. So I advise everybody purchase you a couple of 55-gallon food grade pickle buckets or dig yourself a well or both. If you live in a city, in a municipality, you can have rain barrels. I know even in an HOA, too, they have to look a certain way in HOAs, but nevertheless, you can still do it. And I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If it was me, I would dig a hole, put the doggone rain barrel in the hole, had a gutter system running down to the ground, so your nosy ass, get down from there before I bite your tail off. I would have a rain gutter running down into the barrel so your nosy ass neighbors don't see nothing. Led's got a rain barrel. I don't think that's up to code and it's the wrong color. It doesn't match his house. and it's close to his 5 feet away from his driveway, and I can see it from my window. HOAs, man, I still don't know why y'all do it. I don't know. I don't know how y'all live like that. More power to you. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Now, so either dig yourself a well or rain catchment system and store water. Store as much water as you can. Even if you don't have a rain catchment system, you always buying jugs of milk. You always buying water jugs. You always buying water bottles. And I know you don't think this, but it's a lot of bottles out there that's food grade that you can put water in and store it in your garage somewhere until the time comes. You don't have to filter it and put it in the bottle. Just put the water in the bottle and then filter it as needed. When you need a new jug of water, then you filter it. Okay, because everybody is doing this backwards, and they're putting filtered water into jugs that's not airtight. So next thing you know, they drink this water, get sick, and don't know why. That's why. Because the water went bad over time. It degraded over time. Things start growing and living in your water over time, and that's what happened. So you don't do that. You wait till you have to drink it. Then you filter what you need to use. That's it. And then you got to look at this too. If you save and store water, right? All of the water that you are saving and storing will not be consumed by your mouth. You will need a lot of it to wash up, to bathe, and all of this other stuff. Why would you filter that water? Right? So you just wasting your filtration systems, and you're spending it, your filtration system, whatever it may be, you're wasting it. So only filter what you're going to drink. The rest of the water should be okay by being boiled, or some of it is fine just to wash up in. Okay? So, water. Collect your water, store your water, or dig a well. All right. Let me see. Ha 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 ha. This health crisis that we're looking at. The health crisis, whatever this virus is coming into town. I know y'all don't want to hear this again. Masks, invest in masks again, gloves again, and medical supplies of all sorts. Now, I still have literal boxes and boxes of masks and gloves from 2020 because I never stopped buying them ever since 2020. Because I was like, if this ever happened again, I don't ever want to be panicking because I ain't got no mask. If you don't believe in masks, knock yourself out. Breathe it in. I'll wear masks, and I'm not ashamed of it. Look at what this idiot said last time, and look what happened to millions of people. I don't care. I don't care what nobody said about no mask. You're wearing that diaper on your face again? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm wearing a diaper on my face. Um, uh, where will you be buried, sir? So I can come and say my farewells when it's your time. Cause look what happened. Everybody was so brave. Everybody was so strong. It's all a conspiracy. Yep. Now it's a conspiracy up 6 feet deep. My point was back then in 2020, I don't care what it is. I don't care who did it. I don't care where it came from. We knew one factual thing. It was taking people out. They say, oh, Dr. Fauci did it. I don't give a damn. I don't care if they made it in a lab. I don't care if it came from outer space. I don't care if it came from the depths of hell. One fact that all I cared about was it actually really is taking people off this planet. It really literally is wiping out people by the hundreds, if not thousands. So I didn't care where it came from. And guess what? I'm still here. Because I wore a mask. I wore gloves. I washed my tailbone in my hands. You know? So everybody was so concerned about what the hell everybody else was wearing, gloves and masks. Like, you're an idiot. Oh, I'll be that. I'll be a live idiot. I'd rather be a live idiot than a dead smart guy. So you can call me whatever you want to. I will be wearing my masks again. I will be wearing my gloves again. And I will not have to be forced and told to social distance. I don't give a damn. So, talking about social distancing, that brings me to this point. Where am I? Where am I? I done skipped around. Oh. Social distancing. If you can, stay away from people. I'm talking about starting now. Starting now. I won't go in the store in the afternoon no more. I stopped there for a long time, and then I start getting back in the groove. I'm stopping it again. I'm not going in the store. I'm only gonna go in the store as soon as that sucker open, and as soon as it's about to close. I'm not going in the store no more when it's full of people, full of carts, full of snotty nosed babies, and unwashed feet. Did you hear me? And unwashed feet. I don't know why people be in the store with their dirty feet. Your whole foot is out. Dirty feet. Dirt crumbles. You know, if you got some crumbles on your feet, man, put on some socks. You dig what I'm saying? Cause that's flaking off and giving people stuff. Dirty black bottom of the feet. You see it in Walmart all the time, man. These kids ain't got on no shoe. Snot be coming out their nose like a damn what was his name? A Wyatt Earp mustache. Like one of these Dastardly Deeds, old snot mustache. Snotty kids, man, dirty kids, and they all in the cart. And they probably came from somebody else's nasty ass house. They think they better than other people. I will be social distancing. I am preparing to social distance away from the masses. Yes, a snot goatee. What I'm trying to think of the name of that. I can't think of the dude's name. Hey, what's that mask? Oh my God. I can't think of his name. It's an all-white mask, and he got like a Zorro hat on. And Anonymous. Y'all know who Anonymous is? That masked man that show up on YouTube and social media all the time. Anonymous with the little anonymous little pencil mustache and a little sharp beard, full of snot. All that's just snot. Anonymous. Man, look, I'm cool. I don't want to be around nobody. I'm practicing right now social distancing. I don't necessarily want to be around people, man. I don't. And I know people had problems with social distancing in 2020 and all those years we went through that. I myself was in paradise. I was in paradise. When they told us to social distance, don't go to work, stay out of stores, I was in paradise. Paradise is very nice. LL. I was in paradise, son. So, isolation. If you can, get to a rural area. If you have land, If you have land out on a rural area, supply your land or your rural area with the supplies that you'll need to thrive. I love being around folks too, Katina. I do. You know what? You know one thing about me? One thing about me, Katina Brooks, I love people. I love being around people. But one thing I've learned since I've been a little bitty kid, I do just as good all by myself. I love them. I love being around people. I'm good with people. I like hanging around people. But when I'm by myself, listen to me. You will never hear this come out of my mouth. Sure wish I had some friends. I sure am bored. Sure would be nice to have somebody to talk to. I'm not that dude. I know it sounds, I make it sound bad, but I'm cool either way. I really am. If I got people around me, I could be in a crowd of people and I could be by myself and have just as much of a good time. It don't matter. So when I'm by myself, like now, I love my wife. But you know, if she gotta go to work, I'm not that dude to get jealous because my wife at work. You're always working. You're always working. You never have time for me. I'm not that dude. I'm not the dude to go step out on your wife because she never has time for me anymore. After she had the children, it's always about them. I'm not that dude. I'm like, hey, you got work? Cool. I'll see you later. I love you. I had dinner ready for you when you get home. I'm not that dude. So social distancing, and I'm cool with being with people, and I'm really cool with being without them. I just am. I've been this way my entire life. I'm not when people said, Led, you weren't what's the word I'm looking for? Not antisocial. What is it where you're withdrawn? Introvert. They say, Led, you are not an introvert. I I I need to correct you. Believe it or not, I'm more of an introvert than I'm an extrovert. Believe it. I'm more of an introvert than an extrovert. You wouldn't think so because I don't shut up. A lot of times I talk out of nervousness. And a lot of introverts, a lot of times talk out of nervousness. And you want to know something? That's why they always say stupid shit because they didn't know what to say. They just was awkward moment. They say, hey, hear about those pink dolphins that turn pink when they get excited? Something. And the person will be looking at you like, what? Nothing. I would just talk about some dolphins. And never mind. Ask me. I just felt it was an awkward moment and it was some weird, awkward silence. So I wanted to say something. And the first thing came to my mind was some pink dolphins that I read about a week ago or some shit. I don't know. I'm more of an introvert than I'm an extrovert. I'm good in both situations. But if you tell me I'm gonna be alone by myself, I'm cool with that. Okay. So to me, if you have rural area, you have land somewhere where you can isolate yourself from people, you're going to have more chance of not getting in the middle of this mess that's going on right now than the people in the heart of the city. If you are in the heart of the city, and I know my city folks hate when I talk this talk, but I'm telling you, if you just be realistic, if you just listen and look at facts, if you look and listen to statistics, and if you really truly look and listen to common sense, you will have a better chance of survival in a rural area than you will in the heart of a big city. Period. Will they come out to a rural area? Yeah, eventually they will. Yeah. I'm not saying you're 100% safe in the rural, in the countryside. I'm not saying you're 100% okay in a mountainside. No, I'm telling you, the people in the country and in the rural areas, the time when they need to start worrying is when they stop hearing the gunfights, the gunfire, and the bombs dropping in the heart of the city. Because you'll be able to hear it everywhere, no matter where you at. If you're in the country, you're going to hear every city, major city. You're going to hear all of the gunfire, the screams, the howling. The time where the people in the countryside, in the rural areas, the time when we have to start worrying is when we don't hear that no more, coming from the major cities and the hearts of the cities. When that starts to quiet down, that's when we need to start figuring out what we're going to do. Because everybody is starting to move outward to those rural areas to get away from the city. Every movie, there is no movie, fictional or factual, that tells we gotta get back to the heart of the city for safety. Have you ever seen a movie like that? Have you ever heard any factual things like that? No. In a survival situation, every single movie and every single military operation is move to an isolated location and only go into the city for supplies. The inner city is no more than a hot zone for medical supplies and food. Other than that, don't go back in there. If you can help it, don't go in the cities. Period. There is not a movie alive to say we survived in the city. No, no. It's just common sense. Because people gonna be trying to tear each other apart. Because usually people in the heart of the city, they're not gonna have the skill set to really do anything like this to survive, right? So they're going to be trying to preserve the way they've been living this whole time off of city water, trying to get power out of the city. They're trying to get things to keep working in the city. And that's not sustainable. So, all right. So this is, and I'm also preparing for no income. I'm also preparing not to have any income whatsoever. None. And I'm not saying, because right now, you know, I got a couple little side hustles in my business and stuff like that. It do okay. But ever since a year ago, these people have made it hard for me to make a living. So I have been preparing myself for the longest to be without one red cent. And I need everybody to put that in your freaking head. Put it in your head and just imagine. You don't got to speak it. Don't speak it in the words. But imagine you ain't bringing in any more income. What will you do? What will you do if you don't bring in any income? What is your plan B? Me and my wife talk all the time. And I tell her everything. And believe this, my wife is out here on Freedom Makers more than y'all know. She just don't like being on camera. And she got reasons she can't be on camera, okay, all the time. I'm telling you, when she's out here helping me, because because we know it's coming. I don't have to sit here and try to convince my wife that it's going back. No, no. I told my wife, I said, babe, I got a little money. I told her, I got a little money and I'm about to go buy me some more solar panels. What you see, pup? Is you fussing at me about mayonnaise too? Anyway, so now I would love to take you guys on a tour. On my next lead farmer field trip, I want to take y'all on something that's just near and dear to my heart. So this is all part of this too. I am learning how to forage. Forage for herbs, forage for food, natural sustenance, natural medicinals. I am learning. You want to hear something? I'm gonna say something that I never thought about before. But I'm learning. I want to learn to become an herbalist. I've never wanted to do that, never thought twice about it, never. Know a little bit about a few herbs, that was good enough for me. In this world, in this economy, in this timeline that we're in right now, we should all study, what is it, herbology? We all need to start studying the natural resources for all the pains and ailments. And I got something for somebody asked me the other day, have you found sassafras? If you're in this chat right now, can you speak up? Somebody said, Led, have you found sassafras? And I said, no, I don't even know what the hell that is. But believe me, when you ask me, have I found sassafras? Because I done found mulberries, I found pecans, I found persimmons, wild native persimmons. Is anybody in here that asked me about that sassafras the other day? Uh, if you're in here, I found it this morning. And I'm going to let out a video tomorrow. I could not believe it. I don't know why that stuck with me when you asked me about finding sassafras and looking up all of the benefits of sassafras, right? I've heard it a lot in cartoons, but I've never, when I was a kid, I never cared about it. That's what root beer used to be made out of, sassafras. So I looked it up. I read all about the sassafras. I studied it, and then when I took the dog out today, we walked the land, and it was when I saw the leaf in the book. Right when I saw the leaf, I said, "I've seen that somewhere. I know that. I know what that's somewhere normal." Man, I got a whole bunch of sassafras trees over in this corner. You said sassafras tea tastes like root beer. Absolutely. Pawpaw trees are wild and all through the woods in the south. Absolutely. See, I found, get this. This was 2 years ago. About 2 years ago. You want to know what else I found in my woods? We ain't going to talk about it, but I'm going to tell you what I found. I found cotton. I got a little cotton patch out there in the woods. Cotton. And I know what cotton means to my folks. Right? I know what it means. And I know the the feeling of when we even hear about it. But I'm going to use my platform right now to do something a little different. I wish I had it with me, but I took it home. I'm going to do something a little different. I know when we hear cotton, growing cotton and harvesting cotton, I know what that means to us. It hurts deep. But family, I need you to hear me and hear me well. Don't let our pain make us suffer again. I know you don't understand. Don't let our past pain make us suffer again. What do I mean by that? If you know you got a commodity growing on your land that's priceless, there's a reason why this country got rich off of cotton, because it's one of the most versatile plants on the planet Earth. You can do anything with cotton. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you, this is for my daughter, Princess Leia, baby, I love you. I'm going to tell you why. My daughter was the first one to find it because the cotton was growing on her side of the land. When she brought it to me, I said, I don't want to see that. She said, Dad, we can grow it. It got seeds in it. I don't want to grow that. Let me tell you what my daughter, see, this is where you could learn something from your own children. Sometimes you got to shut the hell up and just listen to reason, and don't let your emotions get in the way all the time, because your emotions and your ego and your pride will be the death of you. My daughter, my baby girl, told me this. Dad, do you know what we can do with this? Everything is from this. Everything. People are still getting rich off of this. Everybody except us. And we won't have nothing to do with it because of what it did to us before. But if you really want to take, now this is my daughter talking to me, okay? If you really want to take that kind of stance on it, because she like, you taught me. If you really want to take that stance on it, stop eating chitlins. If you really want to take that stance on it, stop gardening. If you really want to take that stance on something about some cotton, stop using cotton balls. Stop using Q-tips. Stop wearing cotton shirts. Stop wearing cotton drawers, cotton socks. That's almost impossible, because this material is stronger than synthetics. It's more useful than synthetics. It's in everything, cotton is. And that's why those folks got so rich off of it, because it is one of the most versatile, powerful plants on the planet Earth without being addicting. See, tobacco, that was another one. Sugar and tobacco is addictive. Cotton is one of the only things that's produced out of this country that is renewable, is plentiful. One plant grows another 50 to 100 plants. It's like having chickens. So if we really want to keep that same energy flowing, now remember, this is my daughter talking to me, schooling her father. She said, you ain't got to do videos about it, because I know how people don't understand. But for us to throw away something so valuable is foolish. She said, now this one gonna hurt. This one gonna hurt. She said, Dad, what's your name again on YouTube? The video that everybody was knowing you for a long time. Oh, the Sugarcane Pimp. Remember you did all the Sugarcane Pimp videos and people was laughing? You the Sugarcane Pimp. You grow sugarcane every year. You've been growing sugarcane every year since we've been living in the South. You proud of that sugarcane, but you ain't as proud of cotton, because that was the other major commodity that they made us harvest, was sugarcane. Let me tell you something. That little girl, I ain't not no little girl, that young lady She know how to talk to me. She know when it's time to be brave, and she know what she got to go through to make me calm down so I'll listen. But she was brave enough to basically put me in check and bring me to a reality that you have to listen to. And I've waited so long to tell everybody this. I'm glad it's coming out today. I've been growing cotton privately for the last 3 years. My wife just dropped some seeds the other day. But I've been growing it personally for us, not for videos, not for YouTube, not to be ridiculed, not to be stereotyped, none of that. Because I know how valuable this commodity is. That's like right now, if I know how valuable sugarcane is. And if we now I'm talking for me. If we're to be honest, if you don't want to grow cotton, stop smoking cigarettes too. Not only not only are is that stereotypical tobacco, but you're letting it choose your fate for you. Tobacco is literally going to kill you in time. So not only are you going back on that by smoking cigarettes, but you know it's going to kill you, just like they did back then. Picking it killed us, and now smoking it is killing us. So people need to stop. If you black, stop smoking cigarettes. If you don't believe you should be growing some cotton, stop smoking cigarettes too. Stop wearing cotton shirts, cotton socks, and cotton drawers too. Knowing good and well, I look high and low for 100% cotton drawers. I can't wear no synthetic drawers, yo. Go, man, my balls go to squeaking around. You ever wear some synthetic drawers? You ever wear some drawers with the synthetic material? Boy, you're going to have a rough day. And let me tell you something. Synthetic drawers smell funny. Synthetic drawers don't mix well with booty sweat and stuff. It smells different. It's like, wait a minute, I just got these drawers, and I just took a shower. Synthetic material and nuts don't mix. Synthetic materials, I can't, and they not absorbent. Yeah, they say they help you breathe. I don't need them breathing. I need them to hold in the juices. I need them to absorb. I don't need them. I don't need to breathe. I need it, I need some absorb. I don't want people seeing moisture stains and stuff. I need that absorbency. And cotton is a natural funk filter. You ever pass gas in some synthetic drawers? You ever pass gas in some synthetic drawers? It make the gas smell worse. Go on, cut the cheese in some synthetic drawers and synthetic pants and watch it be stinking. But when you pass gas in some all 100% cotton drawers, it's kind of like a filter. It's a filtration system where you got to see if anybody smelled it. And you might pass the test if you got on some cotton drawers, but them synthetic drawers, somebody nasty. Synthetic drawers. I go out of my way and I'll pay the extra money for the cotton. So if you don't want to grow cotton, go all the way in. Stop eating ribs, neck bones, pig feet, chitlins. Stop eating all hot dogs, sausages. And I know some of y'all, I don't eat that stuff anyway. I get it. But it's a lot of stuff you do. You also do. Remember that. So I don't think I'm going to be showing me growing any cotton because the wrong viewer might get the wrong idea, especially if they're new. But I will be selling seeds if you want them. If you would like to grow cotton with me, in private. That's right. Denim jeans. Thank you, 755 Media. I will put the link. I'm not gonna do it right now because I ain't in nowhere by my computer. But I will be selling cotton seeds if you are interested in growing cotton. One plant will give you, listen, one cotton plant will give you anywhere. I'm talking about growing it in a bucket. You don't got to put it in the ground. If you grow it in a bucket, 5-gallon bucket, one plant will probably give you anywhere from like 10 to 30 to 50 bowls. If you don't know what a bowl is a big fluffy cotton ball like this. It's a big ball with a bunch of cottons in it, and in the middle of this bowl is seeds. I can't make this up. So, yes, I will be selling those, and I ain't ashamed of it. I'm not going to keep letting other people get rich off my back. And all I got is my pride. I ain't got no money. All I got is my pride. They are still getting rich off of this material. Wouldn't you like to have some Jerome jeans? That's what I'm rooting for. I want a pair of Jerome jeans. I even like the name of some Jerome jeans instead of Calvin Klein. You know, Versace jeans. I would like some Jeromes, sir. You have a Jerome. You have a pair of black Jeromes. In the big and tall section, I wear some Jerome jeans because you don't hear about no farmers of color harvesting and growing cotton. You don't, do you? Have you seen one? Have you seen one man that look like me growing cotton? Every time you driving down the road, down the highway, you see that big tractor harvesting, he don't look nothing like me. That little man up in that tractor don't look nothing like me. He looked like the man that made me pick it. But see, that's a commodity that we're missing out on because our pride. And see, if we're going to stick to our pride and we're going to just run off of our pride, like I ain't doing that because that's how they, okay, well, stop calling ourselves the N-words because that ain't stopped. We won't, oh, we made it a term of endearment. Okay. We can play that game all day. I ain't seen nobody stop calling each other the N-word. But we pick and choose stupid stuff like that. And it holds us back. So, really, baby, you killing me. You making me nervous. Okay. Do I have any questions before we go? We've been in here 98 minutes. I will be putting up a post about the seeds because I think my website is down. I'm not sure. But I'll be putting up a post for the seeds, okay? I still have a lot from last year. All right? What is the best? Well, we ain't gonna talk about cotton right now. When I post the seeds for sale, then we'll talk about it. That way everybody will have the information all at one time. That's right. And it's only fair to make money off of it. You know? What's the retail value of Jerome jeans? I don't know. About $19.95 sound fair to me. You know, I buy a little $20 pair of jeans. Jerome jeans. You know, maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Jerome jeans. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to promote them, Jerome's. You know, we don't get into any of that. We don't have any, listen now, we don't have any shoes besides basketball shoes, and one of us own it. We don't have any classy shoes, any shoes to dress up in, anything that's going to get clean in and dapper. We own sneaker shops. We don't always need to be, I ain't gonna say need, we don't always want to wear sneaks. Man, I would like to wear me some nice, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you a nice shoe. You ever see them Hey Dudes? Just some comfortable, man, beach style type shoe. Man, why can't we just have something like that? Or some dress shoes, or some high heel shoes made by a sister or the brother. Cause we've been burned up. That don't just belong to other people. We can do it too. We need to just drop that pride garbage and stop the picking and the choosing. Like, it's cool to call me the N-word, but growing cotton is crazy. It's cool to call me the N-word, but growing sugarcane is crazy. It's cool to call each other N-word, but growing a garden is crazy because it makes you think of the our ancestors. It's dumb. While other people are still getting rich off of those situations, and we just have our pride while everybody else is making a check. So that's my word. That's it. That's all I got. Any questions, y'all? Then we'll call it a day from there. I wanted to take y'all on a Lead Farmer field trip because I got a lot to show you. That's right. I don't know your name. Our ego is holding us back. Our mindset is holding us back. Absolutely. That's right, Power Chair Farmer. Absolutely. Oh, okay, Katina Brooks. You know what? I can just let me see if I can I may be able to do a quick Lead Farmer field trip. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick, and maybe we can go. Hold on. Ooh, you get a chance to see. Wait a minute, because y'all can't see that. Maybe it's Jerome Jeans. Maybe he was born with it. I doubt it. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see that okay? Maybe he was born with it. I doubt it. Maybe it's Jerome Jeans. That's my first commercial. Okay. I am bringing in 542 watts. I have been bringing in 1,600 watts where all of my equipment stay fully charged. I have made it so I can run my air condition continuously without cutting it off, without depleting it, without worrying about power. I have made myself power free 100%. I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm broke. Lord knows. I am broke to the bone. But I did this for my family. And I went home and I told my wife around Mother's Day, I said, baby, we are 100% power free. Ain't no more sipping power. Oh, don't cut that on. Don't wait a minute. Don't use the microwave, blah, blah, blah. None of that. If I need to cut the air conditioner on, I can cut the air conditioner on and run it for 24 hours a day, every day. Now I want you to see something else. Remember, I'm at 100% on my power. I gotta watch my mayonnaise too. I'm 100% on my power. I just want you to see what this day look like, so you understand what I'm talking about. Come on, Paul, come pee. Come on, go pee. Go pee. Look how cloudy it is. You see how cloudy it is? No sun. It's been like this all day. It was worse earlier. No day. Earlier, when it was worse than this, I was in 1200 watts. And the only reason you saw only 500 watts was because it's full. So that 500 watts is just running a little bit of everything, right? And I'm gonna show you. Let me do this. I want to show you what I did. Oh, that'll work. I want to show you what I did. Maybe it's the wrong jeans. Maybe he was born with it. Nah, it wasn't. Don't let him tell you that, dude. Okay. Let me show you what I did. And I'm gonna tell you how you can do this too. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. And give me a thumbs up if you can see me and hear me. Because I know I don't want my Wi-Fi. I want you to see this. Because this is a major accomplishment in my life. Thank you, Canadian. Canadian Queen. Now we're sharing the same dream. And our heart will beat as one. Ooh. No more run, no more love on the run. Ooh, 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 yeah, yeah. Canadian Queen. Now we're sharing the same dream. Okay. Don't wanna go. You got me started now. And a heart can't beat as one. Ooh, no more love on the run. Okay. Y'all ready? Ooh, 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 yeah, yeah. I purchased 9 400-watt panels. This 9 right here, these big ones. Y'all seen them. Didn't I tell you I had to go back and get the rest of them? I came out with the 6. And I had told you I had to go back and get the other ones because I couldn't fit them on my trailer. Those 4 ain't even hooked up. Those 4 that's standing up right here, they ain't even hooked up. Look, those panels over there, that's 12. That's almost, let me 18. That's 18 panels right there. Ain't even hooked up. I took everything out and reformatted my system. I invested in a new system so I don't have to have that. Look, 9 panels is running everything. It's running so much stuff that I started putting new batteries, putting extra batteries to power those up. So now y'all said you said you wanted to see my uh I got backup power on backup power.
because I got the smart dual fuel gas generator. And now I even started adding extra lithium batteries to my array. So right now, the only thing is being charged is my extra lithium batteries. So I got backup on top of backup on top of backup on top of backup. And at the end, let me think. By the end of this week, I'm going to be able to add another 10 kilowatt hours of backup storage power. Because this, listen, my power bank is full now by 10 a.m. That's how fast it charges back up from running all night. So now, all I need to do is keep saving power, keep putting power away, right? So everybody, you wanted to know how I ran what is it called? The alternator generator. The alternator, what is it? The DC alternator, EcoFlow alternator. Hey T-Wo, you wanted to see how I ran that? T-Wo, you will be peeing your pantaloons if you seen this. Said those batteries are expensive in my area. It's going to take a minute, but no, in your area, no, you buy them offline. No, you buy lithium batteries offline. You don't buy them from no store. Don't waste your time buying them from some local place. You order them online and have it shipped to you. Them lithium batteries cost you anywhere, just say 100 watt hour, 12 volt, give you like roughly 1200 watt hours. You talking about what? $300, 200 and some change. They don't cost what they used to no more. They don't, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. You go and buy you one of those. If you want to, if you just doing a 12 volt system, man, what a lithium battery, a decent lithium battery cost you anywhere from like about $250, $300. That's what I've been doing. Okay. So when you're not watching me on YouTube, man, I'm handling business. I be doing stuff for real because I know, let me see, need a link if you got one. I'll give you one. I'll put it in here. But I need you to understand, hey man, this, you know why I'm so serious about this? This, man, do you see what's going on? I'm not playing. I told my wife, look, no matter what happened, we got some place we can go that we own. We don't owe nobody nothing for. We everything that's on the land, we don't owe nobody nothing for. We got as much water as we want to drink, and we have as much power as we want to use, and we have as much food as we want to eat. Let me show you something else. Let me show you something. Oh, I know my place is a mess, but it's like just a billion projects that I'm just doing. Man, look, I got chickens. Let me show you something real quick. I got my pajamas on and everything. I got chickens. There. Two broody hens in that box right there. You see them? So I got two broody hens. And if my cousin didn't tell me, I didn't even realize it till she was like, Led, you got a broody hen. I said, huh? She said, you got a broody hen. Didn't even know until my cousin left. So what a broody hen is, if you don't know, they're sitting on eggs. They're about to hatch out new babies on their own. I don't have I don't need no incubator. I don't need nothing. Those two hens are about to hatch out. Not last time I counted them, it's like 20. They sitting on like 20 eggs. So let's roughly with the conditions, I'm gonna say if they sitting on 20 eggs, at least 10 of them is gonna hatch, right? Because the situation ain't fully ideal. Did you link them in parallel or series? Both. I'm going to show you that. Do you want to see that? Let me talk about this and then I'll show you that, okay? uh pickle and canned eggs for winter. So I got chickens. I got chickens here. I got chickens at my house. And they lay 'em so many eggs that we can't keep up. So I've been boiling eggs, making tuna fish sandwiches and with my mayonnaise. you know, I told her I like tuna fish with mayonnaise in it. And let's not go there. But I was gonna get rid of these pigs, right? Now I need to. What I need to do is clean them up, like get their situation better. The only reason it's like this, I got more pigs than I have area, and it's time for me to. I need to get rid of three pigs. I don't only need two females and one male, right? But let me show you something. Look at all this sand. But you see this? Let me show you better like this. I can show you better like this. Can y'all see this? Tell me if you can see it or not. You don't know how big she is. You can't tell. She is as big as me. Ain't that right? She literally is as big as I am. She don't look like it on camera. But if now she's a biggin, she just ain't as long. He just long and slender. But see the little black one here? She's standing down in a hole. Look, you'll see them side by side. She almost as big as her. She almost as big as her. But she's my biggest. That's Powder. That's the one. Uh, no, the little one of the little piglets that's still alive. Where's she at? Sugar Bunny. She over there. Sugar Bunny is a full-grown pig, but she's only like 12 inches long. She was a runt. Anyway, the reason I got them, man, I wish y'all could see it. And listen, he's sniffing that thing. Please don't do it on camera. Don't get him. Don't get her on camera, bro. Give her a break. You know, give a kid $1 and you give a kid a break. You see how look how big she is, man. Y'all, can you tell? Let me show you, man. She is huge. She's about 250 pounds. Easy. Easy. She easy 250. Where's the piglets? I don't know. I ain't even sure. So, so that's my only male now. That's Dirty Red. He got his name because he's a freak. Her, 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 and her. They all pregnant. I need to get rid of her, that's Shaky, one of the originals. These two, and her. I need to get rid of them. Because I want them all to be the size of Powder. I want them all to be that big. Because they grow so fast. Now, come on, get out that grass. Okay. So this been a wonderful video. Wonderful for me. Now, you said who said it how did I have my panels hooked up in series or parallel? I have them hooked up in both. I have I got so much. We're gonna do a whole solar show because that's gonna take about this long. Okay, again. I have, let me show you how I got them hooked up. And it's gonna be easy because I'm not done yet. Okay. Let me show it's easier if I point it so you can get the real gist of it. Okay. You see these big three here? One, 2, 3. You see those? I have these in series. Then I have this 3. 1, 2, 3. I have these 3 in series. And I haven't even hooked these up yet. They're not even hooked up. But 1, 2, 3. These are in series. Remember, these aren't even hooked up. So I'm only generating all of that power from these 6 right now. That's it. See, these other 3 ain't even hooked up. These are the ones I just got back. I need an extra cord. Now, this is how you do this. Now, the first thing you got to do is go in series up to the amount that your solar generator can harvest. How many volts can your solar power generator allow, right? You don't want to go over that. You want to hit a sweet spot. You don't want to get too close to it, but you don't want to be too far away from it because your solar generator operates at an optimal voltage. So my solar power generator can bring in 150 volts, right? You said, why not put them on the roof? It's better to install them on the ground or roof. I don't put them on the roof. How you going to clean them? You see a kitty cat been walking on them. See them? How you going to clean them? You going to keep getting on the roof to clean them? What if it's snow? What if pollen? What if leaves? What if bird dookie? Every time you get dirty panels, it cuts your power significantly. Here's the other thing. If you put them on the roof and you need a new roof, what you going to do? You got to call that company out, take these back off so the roofers can put a new roof on. And then you got to have that same company, when the roofers is done, come put those panels back on your roof to help destroy your roof again. Everybody is getting away from putting panels on their roof. It's not practical. How much power can that power up? This just these 6 panels is 5, 10. I'm sorry. Uh 4 times 3, that's 1200. No. Yeah, that's 1200 watts. No, what am I tripping? No, 1800 watts. I'm sorry. 1800 watts. What did I say? 400 watts? No, I'm sorry. They're 300 watts a piece. 300 watts a piece. 3 times 6 is 18. So that's 1800 watts right here. Say, just saw a neighbor had his roof replaced, and before he could do that, he had to remove the full roof solar panels just to get that done. Absolutely, that's insane. Will the cords and the plugs withstand the snow? Listen, these are made to be outside. Everything out here is is weatherproof to be outdoors. You ain't gonna have the panels can make it outdoors and the wires can't. I'm gonna build a rack so they can at least stand up at a 30-degree angle and hit the sun. Now, remember, I don't have these hooked up either. So my generator on one side can take 1600 watts. The generator on the other side can take 1000 watts. I could bring in a total of 2600 watts. So right there, now let's talk about it. Now, let's talk about this. This is going to be over paneling because I'm going to put all of these panels, these 9, on one side. So I always get that 1600 constantly coming in. Then I'm going to take this other 4 here, and that's going to go into 1000 part. So I know I'm going to definitely be getting close to that 2600 watts coming in at all times. I guess this is the solar part of the show. What you want to know? What you want to know? because now, so that's what I'm doing. I got my power, I got my wood. Let's see. Tents are a huge learning curve for sure. That would also be good for a show. What you mean a learning curve for tents? What do you mean? Because I got a tent still set up over there. Put down wood chips on the ground for pig pen is cheap in my area. No, I ain't putting no wood chips down. See, I'm not raising. Let's get something straight, okay? Uh, Come on, pup. We gonna come down here and talk. I'm not raising pigs to be around that long for everything to be beautiful, okay? Now, I do need to throw some grass in there. I got a question. Can you come by my house and help me put up my solar panel? Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Last time I went to somebody's house to help them do something, I believe they wanted to kill me. They kept wanting me to come in the house. They kept saying, come over, come on in. No, come on, want something to drink? Mm-mm. You hungry? Man, am I here to help you? Or what's going on here? No, I don't want no good meal. I'm sorry. And there's no offense. I done, I done had this happen before. This done happened. This done happened before. Come back. This done happened a time or two. Solar panels are kind of intimidating. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I ain't gonna lie about that, but I'm not a and here's the other reason. Even if you're a great person, I ain't got no problems thinking that you're a great person because you probably are. For the most part, this is a legal situation too. And in my position, I can't just go doing any and everything that I used to do before because of my legal status. When I say my legal status, I ain't let me straighten that out for the ice cream truck come, okay? I am an American. I was born and raised here, and yes, I am okay. Before the ice cream truck roll up on me. When I say my legal status is, I have a clause in my contract because I have a lawyer where I can't just be going to people's house no more because unfortunately people get sued, you know, and me being just a nice guy, want to help everybody. Some people is out looking for money, right? Some people ain't. They don't want. The only help they want is to sue you and say you touched them or you fondled on them or something. And I'm not into that. And I've just got to watch my back, man. My word against somebody else's word. And again, unfortunately, the way of the times today is, you know, this is what we got to watch out for, man. I love to help people, and I used to show up at all kind of functions and everything. But the legal part of it, I'm not protected on in certain situations. Now I can help you. I can help you, and this is what I want to do. I do want to have it. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I was on the road. I do want to do a solar show. Now I'm gonna ask everybody right now: are you interested in doing a solar show where you bring your power station? I mean, we're gonna do a Zoom, not a Zoom, but a stream yard. Would you be interested in doing that? Hell, would you be interested in paying for a Zoom because a Zoom is even more price? Now I'm gonna give it to you. Would you be interested if I offered a Zoom meeting, not a class? The reason why I'm not calling it a class so you can't legally snatch me up and you burn your house down. Would you be willing to pay for a Zoom meeting if I sat there and I showed you step by step how I hook my stuff up? Meaning you will be at your location with your equipment. I will be here with several different kinds of equipment so I can show you how to hook things up in series, hook things up in parallel, hook things up in series parallel, what kind of power generator you got, what does volts mean, what is amps, what is currents, what is watts, what is watt hours, because everybody think watts are watt hours, and they're not, okay? So that's two entirely different things. And people keep saying, oh, my generator is 300 watts, but they don't know what that means. So, uh, say you're already paying for a Zoom professional. So, revealed light. So, what are you talking about? Solar panel question. What are your new solar panels wattage and voltage? That's a good question. Who said that? Larry. My The new panels are 39.72 volts and 9.77 amps. The reason why I say pay is because I know I'm going to be there a long time trying to get folks to really understand it. And I don't want to do it if you don't understand it. Meaning it's going to take a while to do it, and it's going to take a lot of my time that I really need to be out here working. That's why I say I would have it be a paid situation. Okay. That way, we're not with everybody else on YouTube and trolls coming to mess around with us and everything else. Revealed light, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Keep seeing comments, but I'm not quite sure I understand what you're saying. Sandra said, oh, they could be trying to get with you and set you up. Question. Okay, Melody said, question. I have 2 Lion Energy solar generators and 4 100-watt portable solar panels. Are you familiar with them? I'm not familiar with Lion Energy, and I need to learn how to hook up them panels. I'll do it in the Zoom, yes. It doesn't matter what brand you got. All that matters is the volts, the amps, the watt hours, and the watts. It don't matter the brand. So yes, I could. Let's see. DC alternator setup, please. You know what? Okay, if you want to do the Zoom meeting, I can show you my DC. I told you I was going to show you my DC alternator setup. I've set it up and it's running and it's charging the batteries right now. Okay, let me see. Okay, G Code. Okay, a lot of YouTubers used to use the term donation instead of pay or for legal reasons. Yeah, word. Could you drop a list of supplies needed prior to the Zoom? Yes, I could. And a lot of that is going to be some universal stuff, but then on top of the equipment that you already have. That's a good question, day to day. Why are you paying for Zoom? It's usually free. You must have missed everything I just said, softer. Is the DC alternator is what's charging your lithium batteries for storage. Yes. Yes, it is. And you know what? This is what I do. You want a sneak peek? I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm not going to show you how to hook it up. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm just give you a sneak peek. Do you want to? Who just said that? And Angel Garcia, you want a sneak peek of the DC alternator in action? Let me see. Mister says, what is the best setup that you found for your house? What do you mean for my house and the best setup? How long will the 12-volt, 100 amp hour last, such as hours? It depends on how much power you use. If you're using a little fan, if you're using a microwave, I'm going to show you all of that in the Zoom. And the reason why I'm doing is because every time I do it on YouTube, nobody gets it. And when I did let me see, do you put a fuse on the solar panels and attach? I will show it in the Zoom. I'm going to, listen, when I do this Zoom, and if you pay for this Zoom meeting, I'm going to show you absolutely everything I have hooked up the way, step by step, I have it hooked up. I am literally going to show you everything but how it's hooked to my cabin. I'm not going to show you how I got it hooked to my cabin for legal reasons. I'm only going to show you how I have the system itself hooked up, generating power. Okay, and I'm going to show you step by step. I'm going to show you the size of my wires, how long my wires are, what connections I have, what panels I have, what's my voltage, what's my wattage, all of that. Okay, what's my amperage? I'm going to show you everything. Yes, we can do. I have something in 12 volts, and I have a 48-volt system too. Hey, Rucker Homestead, how you doing, brother? Say I just came across 500, just came across two 500-watt panels. Let me tell you this, okay? If you have 500-watt panels, see, we're going to talk about that in the Zoom meeting too, okay? I don't want to give it all right now, but I'm telling you, this is why I want to have the meeting, because I don't want to be going in too many directions and people don't understand and people ain't got time to listen because there's so many other people talking. But this stuff is important. It'll blow your head off if you don't do it right. Will you give a heads up of the day of the Zoom, please? I'm gonna tell you this. I am literally going. Let me call my wife and let me set it up and get it together, and then I'm gonna post a link so you can sign up, and then we'll do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it the right way. I'm not just hey, meet me over here. No, we're gonna do it the right way. Okay. So let me talk to my wife, get her to set it up, and then I'm going to drop the link in a post. I'm going to make a quick short video announcement, and then you can sign up, and then there's going to be a date that we're going to have the actual the meeting, and then we're going to do it because I want to make sure that you understand. This ain't going to be no if you listen, you listen. If you don't, you don't. That's not going to be. This is going to be before we leave and go to the next section because it's going to be several Zooms. But before we adjourn every session, it's going to be like, listen, I want to make sure, I want you to repeat back to me how to do it. And if you can't, we're going to have to work on it. I don't want nobody leaving saying, but I don't quite, I mean? That's why I want to do a Zoom. Because see how many people asking different questions here on top of people even asking me about grapevines and shit? I don't want that. So let me call my wife as soon as I get off of here and talk to her and let's get it set up. And if you want to join, I'll drop the link. Let me see. And here's another thing. That's right. Thank you, Angel Garcia. Absolutely. Make sure you bring your pencils and paper, pen and paper, something to write with, because trust me, you're going to need these notes. You're going to need them. and a calculator. It's not bad. I know when people hear calculator or something, it's not bad. This is simple math. And I'm not talking about algebra, none of that. I'm talking about multiplication, division, subtraction, and addition. Okay, I don't know all that yet. Let me figure it out let me figure it out. Once I drop, see that bug just flew right in my eyeball. Once I figure out everything, and I got to do the math for myself for the time I'm going to be spending. The sneak peek. Who said it? Angel Garcia. We're gonna do it now. So just wait. Come on. Let's go get this sneak peek. Come on, pup. Ready to go? Come on, baby. Give you this sneak peek real quick. The rain is stopped and the skies are blue. And oh, what a revelation to see. Someone is saying, I love you. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, 1 in a million chance of a lifetime. Life, Mimi, life shows compassion. You better be quiet for you end up a pack of ribs. Okay, before we go in, let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all real quick. Your boy out here ain't playing. It don't matter how. Okay, grow something. I got another tank here. I'm about to go get the tractor and fill it up with soil and start around here too. And sing to me a story of love called you. A 1 in a million you. Tomatoes, I like bush tomatoes. They're determinate. They don't get too big, but they keep pumping out the fruit. Then I got an indeterminate. I think this is a beefy boy, better boy, a beefsteak. That's an indeterminate. I got this little rack I made real quick to hold him up. There go my tomatoes. Over here I got peppers. I got my jalapeno peppers over here, and I got my black beauty eggplant here, and I got Ichiban black. Ichiban. What is it? Eggplant over here, and I got a regular green bell pepper over here. Tell you, I got this going on here, and I'm about to look. I got my tomatoes. I got my peppers. I'm gonna come around here because this gonna be a year-round situation. I'm gonna fill this one full of dirt today, and then I do. That's a lot. I may have to plant more something else over here, and I got another tank that I'm gonna bring around this side of the porch. I got this spot right here cleared out because the other tank gonna come here. So I have a wraparound garden that I can just come out and the roof, that water come down and water everything. So that kind of right now, that's really saving me on watering is every time the dew from the morning gathers up, the water runs down. Even when it ain't raining, just the dew, the humidity, and it's dripped down. See how it's moist? That drips down in there, and I ain't got to worry about watering it so often on these super hot days. That's a good one. Tree collards, that's a good one. Because they will grow in this during this hot season. So let's get a sneak peek. The rain is stopped and the skies are blue. And oh, what a revelation to see. Someone is saying, I love you to me. A 1 a million. Chance of a lifetime. Why shows compassion and send to me a stroke of love. Call you a one in a million. You a one in a million. You. Even she started barking. One in a million. Oh. Sing it, puppy. Say a one in a million. You. Okay, all right. Y'all want a sneak peek of the solar? Let me show you. Let me show you real quick. Chance of a lifetime. Okay, let me show you. Look, hey, get this. I got so much power coming in. I got so much power coming in now that I leave my hot water tank on like constantly. Cause it don't matter if it's hot outside. I still like washing my hands and washing my Count Juncula in hot water. You know, I don't like washing my Count Juncula in cold water. That make you go blood. Count Juncula. That sounds like old videotape you found in your daddy's sock drawer, don't it? Count Juncula. Let me stop. Okay, wait. I'm gonna show you this way so you can see it properly. Okay. Count Juncula. All right. I know that's crazy. All right. Now let me show you. Here it is. All right. Let me go back so you can see what it looks like. This is it. The alternator charger. Oh, my bad. That's the alternator charger right there. It is hooked up. So this is so dope that all I have to do is hit charge so it can charge the battery. Hit confirm. Now watch it start. This is going to go up here. Watch. I know it's already full. Give it a second. It's already full. Let me reverse it just so I can take a little bit out so you can see it. Oh, I'm tripping. I forgot to cut it on. Can y'all see this okay? It's going to go from here to here. Watch. Any second now. Okay, I was right. So let's reverse it. Let's drain some power off of it. Now it's going to come from here to down to here. Oh, no, that's it. It's in reverse charge. So it's coming from the generator and charging the battery. Can you see that? It's hard for me to see it in reverse. But it's full. It's full. See that? It's only charging 31 watts. That's because this battery is already full from yesterday. I charged that from 0 all the way up. So it's totally full. So now if I want the battery to start, say my generator is low and I want it to come off of my battery, I'm going to reverse it. Hit charge from the battery. Now charge this. Now I know this is at, what is that? 98%. It should start charging that. You know why it probably ain't? Because it's already full. This is getting fed from the solar. That's why it's not doing it. It's too full. Now let me show you how much is coming in from solar. But this is how you go from here to charge the battery and how the battery charges here. But it's not doing it because my whole system is full. Even my excess batteries are full. Now watch this. Let's go out of the alternator charger. The surge breaker is built inside of the EcoFlow already. I don't have a regular system like a DIY system. Let me see. Okay. Now look what I'm pulling in on. Let me see. I'm putting out. I'm putting out 155 watts. That's from the. I'm just running the fans in the house. That's the solar panel. No, that's not true. Wait, I gotta look for myself. No, this is the solar. Look, this is the solar. I'm bringing in 1,020. I'm bringing in 1,200 watts from the solar. Okay. So this will show you the input also, but that's going to maybe be a little different because let me see if I'm bringing in energy from anywhere else. The sun, you can see the sun changing as I'm watching this. Stop crying. Okay. So let's see. Let's go back up. Let's see if we can get anything to come in here. It's just bringing in entirely too much power from the solar. That's probably why it's not even bothering. There it is. There it is. So now the battery is charging the EcoFlow. This is the battery, my extra battery storage, just a regular lithium battery, and now it's charging the EcoFlow 530 watts. I can make that go up and have it charge even more, but I'm not interested in doing that. It's not what I got. That's not what I want. I just want this as emergency backup. I don't want to stress no batteries out or anything, but it's all going through the alternator charger. Can everybody see that okay? And what I have in there is a let me remember. I think it's like a 100 amp hour 200 2100 volt battery. 21-volt battery. That's what it is. Okay. That's the sneak peek. Let me get out of here. All right. Any last questions? Now, I could, you know what? I can cut this AC on. And before we go, let's cut the AC on. Now I'm only dealing with this one breaker, so let me pull that. We don't need that. And I'm gonna show you. Ooh, wrong remote. Hold on. Okay. In the Zoom meeting, we're also going to talk about um how to make your own wires. Okay. So if you end up damaging a wire, I'm going to show you how to fix it. Because I ain't gonna lie, half of my wires, most of my wires I've repaired myself. Because something always happens. Either you kick them up or something happened where they won't come loose and you pull them and yank them too hard. I'm going to also show you how to fix them, and we're all going to do it. Okay. But just so you see, think it's on. Say, Led, what's your thought on oops? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't buy it. Oops. Even now to this day, even in new stuff, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. Now watch this. AC is on. Now, with the AC on, let me show you this. Can y'all hear the AC? Now let me show you how many watts I'm pulling. Oh wait, let me cut that down first. Cut that off. Oh, let me put this back so y'all can see it. Okay. Okay. All right. So now my air conditioner is on, and right now it's only taking 635 watts. Can y'all see that? The output is what it's using. But that's going to go up. The compressor has kicked on. Is feeling ice cold. Matter of fact, I can prove it. I can prove it. Wait a minute. These are a couple tricks of the trade that you're gonna need no matter what. So let me show you this. Okay. This is a temperature gun. All right, I'm gonna show you. Let's say what the temperature is on this wall, real quick. 88 degrees. And look, the wall says it's 88 degrees. This says my thermometer says 88 degrees down here. That's the inside cabin. 88 degrees on the wall. Now watch me point at the AC. As soon as I find it. Wait, where is it? Wait, I gotta cut the laser on. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it's already down to 67, 66 degrees. It's dropping. Right now it's just at 66 degrees. And inside here is 88 degrees. Right? So that's the longer that stay on, the colder that's going to get. So you see the proof. 64, 62, 60, 59, 58. It's just going to keep dropping. So the reason I'm doing this is to show you, I need to show you this so it don't be backwards. Show you we're pulling 700, that air condition by itself is pulling 733 watts. Right now, the solar panels are bringing in 250 watts. So that's what's coming in from the panels. This is the panels. That's the input. And that's what's going out. So right now, I'm using my battery storage. So this number is going to start dropping. At 98, going to turn into a 97 and yada, yada, yada. But how long will this run? It says I can run this air condition for 13 and a half hours. Can y'all see that? Can everybody see that? I can run this air conditioner for 13 and a half hours. Okay? Now, again, we're only getting 260 watts from solar, and we got 749 coming out, and this air condition is on high. So let me test it again. 52 degrees, 51, 50. See, we have 50 degrees and it's just dropping lower and lower. Now, this is what I need you to know. Okay. Even though, remember, it's not hot in here. Look, I'm not sweating, right? And I'm talking about without the air. That's why all I have running was some fans because it's 88 degrees, but it's not hot at all in here at all. I need you to remember something. The sun ain't out. And I need you to also remember, y'all saw when I was pulling in 1200 watts when the sun kind of peaked out. So all day long, I'm going to be bringing in that 1800 watts just from them 6 panels. I only need about 700, 800 watts. So this is how this works. If I'm bringing in, let's just say I'm bringing in 1400 watts, right? And I only need 7 to run the air conditioner. That means the air conditioner is going to be running straight from the sun. And I'm still going to be able to take 700 watts and put into the battery bank. So I will never be depleted. All the energy that's running this air conditioner is going to be coming directly from the sun. So here's the other thing you got to think about. It's going to be, the sun is going to go down and it's going to cool down. You don't necessarily have to run your air conditioner all night, all day long. Okay? If I needed to deplete my battery bank like that, I could, but I don't want to do that. It could run off of that one battery for 13 and a half hours. If I kick the other battery on, it'll run for another 13 and a half hours. I don't want to run it that long. Nighttime is always cold, or it's cool enough to get some sleep where all you only need a fan. So you got to be realistic when you're dealing with solar power. You got to be realistic and you got to pay attention to your equipment because you don't need that kind of power all the time. You don't want everything just running all willy-nilly like you own the grid. Everything you keep a track on, because everything that you spending, you lose. Needs to be replenished. So if tomorrow is going to be raining and cloudy, you know you won't be able to replenish everything that quick. So you want to be frugal with your energy. Okay, even though this AC feel good in the mug. All right. So let me see. Oh, see, the compressor kicked off because it's the temperature. So right now it's only using 150 watts because the compressor kicked off, and I'm bringing in 255. Air conditioning is just like a refrigerator. It cuts on and cuts off, cuts on and cuts off. When it meets its temperature. So anyway, that's it, I guess. Any other questions? I guess I can cut that off. I had that thing set on 80 degrees. That's why it cut off. I had it set on 80. You cut it off for next time. Have it ready for next time. Any last questions? Let me see. Question. Would you consider posting the replay of the Zoom for the members channel? No, see, I've already spoke about the members channel. The members channel, was supposed to be to get rid of trolls. And I found something out about the members channel, and I've already spoke, and I said, listen, if you're a member, I appreciate it, but I told everybody from day one, go ahead and you don't have to be a member. You can let that go. I can't let it go through YouTube because YouTube would strike me for getting rid of your membership. If you get rid of your membership on YouTube, YouTube won't let you do anything else. So I can't do that. So I told everybody with the membership situation, let's talk about it. Doggone. Let's talk about it. I started the membership so we could talk more candidly about real stuff. I did the first and only live stream for members only. I had one person talking to me, and I think her name was Katie Nelson, I believe it was. There was 5 people watching me and wouldn't say anything. They had no thumbnails. What I came to realize was if you block and I forgot, 3 of the people that was watching me with no thumbnails had been blocked. So what I came to find out after I contacted YouTube was if you block people from your channel because they causing a ruckus, they can still pay to see you and interact with you. And if I blocked you, I don't want you here and I don't want your money either. So the problem was the whole reason I started the membership was so we can talk seriously when it's time to talk seriously. But the whole opposite thing happened. And I can't make this up. If it wasn't for my integrity, I would show you what my membership looked like. My membership, let me see. So okay, that was me talking to you on the entire live. Oh, that was you, Shamira Customs. That's right, Shamira Customs. That's right. That was you. You remember how many weird people was just sitting there watching me? And I was like, if y'all ain't gonna talk and y'all gonna sit here and watch me and y'all don't got no thumbnails, I told you, if you want to be part of the membership, you need a thumbnail. You need a channel. I need to know who I'm talking to. We're going to be doing live meetings where we're going to talk in person. Ain't gonna be no me just talking. And I have 5 people watching me with no thumbnails, no channels. Come to find out, 3 of those people were blocked. So now I got about 15 members and about 8 of them are blocked from my normal channel. No thumbnails. The only one that I knew in there was Patient Saint. Right. It's not about the money. It's about I'm trying to get away from weirdos and creepy people. But they're following me. They would rather pay. They are paying money basically to harass me. So I told people that first week, I'm not doing that. So please get your money. You don't have to be no member. I'm not doing that. The only thing, I can't reverse it. But I won't be doing anything on the members while weirdos, I have more weirdos on the membership than regular people. I have more people that I have blocked. And I even remember one of the names. One of the names was a weird, offensive name in the membership. I'm not doing that. I'm not that kind of YouTuber. I'm not going to just be doing anything for money. Because I could have went in there and been making money. I'm not doing that, man. I started the membership for the only reason so I could talk to real people that wanted real information. But if I can't get that, then I want everybody to keep your money, save your money, go ahead and drop your membership if you want to. I also saw when people drop their membership, it hurts your channel. I don't care. I don't want people spending money because I'm not doing that. I don't want a bunch of weirdos watching me just so it's weird. Look, this how I feel, okay? I feel if I've blocked you from my channel and have problems with you on my channel, for you to come and pay to watch me, it make me feel like I'm on a stage dancing on a pole for you. That's weird. The whole opposite reason for me starting a membership was to stay away from weirdos. And now all mostly weirdos paid to come and watch me. And you kidding me? I'm good. I don't want let me tell you something about that. To me, that's the devil's money to me. I'm not just going to be doing anything for money. I never have, and I never will on YouTube or anywhere else. I'm not that kind of dude, man. You know, I'm sorry. If I got rid of your ass off my channel, I did it for a reason. And whether it was like, hey, we just didn't see eye to eye on too many situations or whatever it is. It don't matter. If I done turned you loose, man, be loose. There's millions of people on YouTube. You dig? Go figure out something else to do. But after I blocked you and you come and pay me to watch me and still don't say nothing, man, that's gross. That's gross to me. And really, that's that kind of weird stuff that these Hollywood entertainers got to deal with, and people sitting outside their damn bushes playing with they cotton shorts, if you will. So I'm sorry, Shamira Custom Baby. Please don't just go ahead, delete your thing. My channel gonna be hurt. It'll bounce back. I'll be okay. Okay. I don't want your money, baby. Because that's not what I wanted to do that for. That's why I'm doing the Zoom. And somebody asked me, why am I having people pay for Zoom? Because I know I'm gonna be able to see your face on Zoom. I know I'm gonna see a name. I know I'm gonna see where that money coming from. YouTube don't let you do that, right? Yeah, playing with old Count Juncula. Blood. Yeah, you know. So I haven't done a Zoom yet. I'm going to set it up today, and then I'm going to post it by the end of this week. I'll let you know, okay? And it's going to be about solar. That's it. All right. So I'm just letting everybody know when you go to one of our YouTube my Renaissance Grandma, you know, when y'all see a membership with all the rest of the YouTubers, let me let you know something that I just found out myself. It ain't as private as you think it is. It ain't as personal as you think it is. So everybody that start your memberships, you better be careful what you say and what you do. And you better start looking at these people in these thumbnails and on these channels, because you don't know who's watching you. Once I figured that out, I was like, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. But when I went to delete it, YouTube told me, and if you have a YouTube channel, you can go look in the analytics yourself. If you remove this, you won't be allowed to do anything else that YouTube offers. Go look for yourself, and you will know I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. It's the only reason I didn't remove it. But I made a suggestion before, and I'm making it again just because you ain't heard it. Please take your money. Please drop that membership. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not subject you to that. All right? So if you do got a membership on anybody else's channel and y'all be whispering little stuff you don't want the rest of YouTube to hear, you better watch your tail feather, because they can hear you. They watching. All they got to do is pay the little whatever level, $1.99 or whatever. Hell, what did I make my level? Like level 4, $24.99. I did that on purpose. People was like, that's too high. The reason I did that to keep weirdos away. And they still came. Yeah, right. Thank you, Shamira. It was $24.95. The reason I did it, I know it was high, because I was like, real people coming. Nope. Weirdos showed up. Weirdos paid to it. I guess they said, I want to look at him. He worth looking at for $24.99. I don't care. I'll pay it. That's weird, man. That's weird. So I said, please, everybody, let that go. Let me see. Gardening Divas, I'm trying to say Patreon, but I didn't know if it would be a flag. No, you know, yes. And my Renaissance Grandma, you make sure you tell everybody, because I know you have a large following and you talk to a lot of people. Let them know what I said, because I got proof. Listen, I got proof. I got screenshots. I got recordings. I got screen recordings, everything. And the reason I did that, so I could give it to my lawyer, just in case somebody got a little strange, start peeing on my front doorstep. I want to know, go look for these people first. Who the hell pays and they don't want you around? Thank you, my Renaissance grandma. Okay. So I'm sorry for that, Shamira Customs and everybody else that's a member. Please let that go. Please. I do not want to subject you to that. And I didn't want your money in the first place. I just was trying to separate myself from the nonsense. Oh, yeah, he ain't supposed to be on. What he doing on? Wait a minute. What that doing? There we go. I ain't got no problem with him. I just don't look. I ain't got no. Okay, I ain't got no problem with Will Prowse. I just don't want to have his video behind me and get knocked for it. Am I still accepting Camp Club members? No, not at this very time. Not at this time right now. We're all fooled up. I was thinking about. Let me think on it because I don't want to open my mouth and say nothing before I'm done. Spices and spray paint. I will remember your name. Matter of fact, let me see something. Let me take a screenshot of your name. Okay. I did that. So let me keep you in mind because me and my wife is working on something else. Hey, Grumble Hudson. Me and my wife is working on something else. You know, let me work out all the bugs and the kinks first. Okay. Again, trying to keep away from the weirdo. All right. Okay. So that's it, you guys. It's been a very, very, very long video. It was 2 hours. Shoot, we've been in here for a minute. All right. Almost 3 hours. So everybody, that I didn't want the video to be that long, but we went into a solar world, and I got so much to say. Okay, thank you, gardening divas. I'm glad y'all got a chance to see, but keep watching tomorrow. I have a video this week. This week is going to be jam packed with. This weekend is going to be jam packed with products that I like, that I want to show you. That I'm going to make sure I do that. Okay. So these are things that I say for prepping, preparing, getting ready, just to let you know. Okay. I'll let you. Let me G Cole. You want to know about camping too? Let me get your name. Make sure. Okay, I got you. He carried me through. What's up, sister? What's your question? I'm watching out for you before I go. He carried me through. What's your question? Let me see if I can find it before you write it. I didn't even know you was in here. Just write it again. He carried me through because I can't find it. You are so welcome, Angel Garcia. He carried me through. Tents. What's the best one? That's not a, I don't have an answer for that. I have the Vivor. I need another one. Email me, okay? Because I don't have a best tent. I don't. I have tents I really, really, really like. And but all of them have a purpose. So I like them all equally for different situations. So I don't know what situation you will be looking for, right? Come on. He carried me through. Was the green one you camped in last week in the woods? I love it. I love it. From Concoop. I love it. And I'm about to release another video of that this weekend. So I have the khaki tan one out here, and I have the green one the camouflage green one, it ain't camouflage, but the army green one in the forest green, in the woods, in my woods. So I love that one with the skylights. It's the same as the other one I did the video on. It's just green. Love it. For two people, incredible. One person, it's a mansion. Well, I could say two people in a small dog is perfect. Plenty of room. Angel Garcia, are you going to drop the link for the lithium batteries? Yes, I'll make sure I do that. I'll put that in this video, okay? So be looking in the description box. Come back in about an hour because it's going to take time for this video to download. Come back in about an hour and the link to my batteries that I'm using is going to be in there. Okay, he carried me through. All right, y'all. I'm going to let y'all go because you know me. I talk all day. And man, I feel so good. I'm loaded full of I'm wasting power right now. Hot water heater running. You can't tell me. Listen, invest in solar. Solar power is the future. Everybody keeps saying hydropower is the future. Where are you getting water from? Everybody keeps saying wind turbine energy is the future. Where are you getting winds from? What part of the sky are you going to be able to use to put a turbine or a propeller up that high? And how are you going to stabilize it? No. Solar power is going to be the future. You mark my word. All the rest of those things are going to be additives. Like wind power in a windjammer, that's going to be an added power, but it will never match the power of the sun. That technology for wind will never, let me see, her roots and garden says, should I buy all new solar panels or can I get some used on Facebook? Oh, her roots and garden diary. I don't know what solar panels you have, but let me tell you something. My new panels came from Facebook Marketplace. I'm not going to tell you how much they cost because they going to vary. But that's why I had to keep going to this dude because he was getting rid of his because he bought, those were 300-watt panels. I don't know why I keep saying 400 watt. Those were 300-watt panels, and he ended up putting 500-watt panels. Thank you for that, I Am King. Thank you. There we go. He put 500-watt panels on his house. So he was selling off his 300-watt panels. He said they're like brand new. He just wanted more power. That's cool with me. Let me see. Rosalind says, do you have to disconnect the generator power station full? No. When it's full, it cuts off. It's nothing else it can do. You don't have to disconnect anything. I don't have to do anything. When it's 100%, I don't have to do anything. Adrian says, my husband is intrigued with all the information you provide, and now I'm hooked also. Thanks, Leah Farmer. Old people say to ignore troll. Yeah, that's hard to do when you're the host because the troll is like a heckler at a comedy show. And you can't get the jokes out or you can't get the message across if somebody is constantly screaming, distracting your audience. So it don't bother me that much, but it bothers my audience to the point they're not hearing the message anymore. They're trying to shut up the troll. But thank you. And tell your husband I said thank you as well. Uh, 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 uh. Yas, acres, healing, and preparedness, biogas. That's not joking. That's another one. No, listen. Where you go? Hold on. No, you believe it or not, Yas, acres, healing. You on point. Biogas with using old compost. That's gonna be another power source for real. Biogas is going to be the next power source before they perfect wind energy and hydro energy. Believe that. Because biogas you could do yourself right now with a 55-gallon drum and a damn inner tube and a bunch of manure. You could make that right now and be cooking on it. So that's no, you on point. That ain't joking. He carried me through, says, Led, your thoughts about the new Blue Eddy fridge battery? I looked it up and I'm not a fan. I haven't seen it. Fridge battery? Oh, that thin, that thin thing. That's a gimmick. They only got that so it'll fit behind the refrigerator. Yeah, no. It's it's like if you're that worried about that, just get a whole house system and just have that circuit running off your solar. That doesn't even make any sense for a backup to make one this thin so it'll fit behind your refrigerator. Like they're running out of ideas. That don't even make any sense. I saw that. And I was like, what are you doing? Like I'm gonna show you another one that Blue Eddy did. And I'm not knocking Blue Eddy. Blue Eddy is good, but it's like they're running out of ideas. They made a backpack generator that you put on your back like a book bag. And I was like, what are you doing this for? They talking about for bugging out. No, you're not. That doesn't make that's ridiculous. So, some stuff is gimmicky. I don't do gimmicky stuff unless I see it have some actual potential. That's too gimmicky for me. Book bag, generator, that's crazy. It only holds like 296 watt hours, something like that. Hell, I got one of those I could put in my backpack and do that. Bouge RV has that little refrigerator block that's this big, and it's 296 watt hours, the same as that whole big book bag thing from Blue Eddy. I carry that little brick with me everywhere I go. I'm gonna tell you another one Bouge RV got. Let me show you this real quick. Can't make this up. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is one of my all-time favorites. Now let me get the watts right. I think this is like 300 or 296 watt hour. Look, this is like 296 watt hours, and this is another one I keep with me wherever I go. You could charge it from solar, you could charge it from AC. On the back, it has an AC plug, has its own little fan. It got a light, it got a 100 watt in and out USB-C. It got another, I think that's a 40 watt USB-C, 30 watt USB-C, and a 15 watt USB. This is the junk. I think this is called the Juice. Yeah. This the Bouge RV Juice Go. Now, this is the truth. If you want to put something in your book bag and it be lightweight, but it got 300 watt hours of power, and I want to say, let me see how many watts. Let me see. I need to see how many watts that the AC plug puts out. Give me a second, okay? because this is actually really, really dope. Damn. Let me get the lights together so I can give you a okay. Hold on. I'm looking for that AC. Some of this is in another language, and it's really hard to see. USB-C. I can't see what the AC outlet is. I want to say it might be 100 watts. I could be wrong though, okay? But I could plug a fan up to I could plug anything. This TV that was running off of this for a while. So I know this can this can run something decent. I'm gonna give it 100 watts, but the hell would you do a whole backpack thing sitting on your back for when you could have your own bug out bag, sit this inside of it along with the rest of your stuff? That other one the Blue Eddie has, you can't put nothing else in there, probably some chapstick or something. That was ridiculous to me. Like, why did y'all waste y'all time doing this? I like Blue Eddie, but it's some stuff just, man, come on, cut the crap. So, all right. Yeah, it's 100 watts, Yvette. Thank you for that. I saw 100 on there, kinda, because you cannot read this print. See that? You can't read that. So I thought I seen 100 AC. I could have. I'm glad I got that right. All right. Missy Hawk says, I use the little 220 Bouger V square battery. That's the one I'm talking about. The little Bouger V square battery to run my desk fan when I'm working. Supposed to power my fridge. That's the one I got, Missy Hawk. The little yellow and black, what is it, 220 watt hours? Man, that mug is the truth. Q Dub says, "Can you link that?" I'll link both Bouge RV batteries because I used to have a code for it, but I'll link it. Okay. Can I? I am King says Game Boo says they are sold out of that. Uh, I am King says, "Can I use your EcoFlow charger with my Blue Eddy?" Blue Eddy has their own alternator charger. Now they've come up with ways that you can use the EcoFlow alternator charger with other power stations, but you have to buy the XT60i cable. So yes, you can do it if you want to, but you have to also purchase an additional XT60i cable that adapts to the alternator charger for the EcoFlow so it can go to other things. Yes, you can. But remember, Blue Eddy makes their own as well. Cheryl, hello. Did I not see the live membership? So wasn't one of the bots. Hello, I did not see the live membership. So wasn't one of the bots. Just wanted you to know because I seldom speak. I like to listen and take notes. I've learned a lot I'm putting in place. Well, it's okay. Cause see, here, Cheryl, it is. See, I'm not saying you're a bot. What I'm saying is, and I don't, clearly you're not one of the people that were blocked, right? Because you're talking to me now. But you don't have a thumbnail. And one of the things I said about the membership, you have to have a thumbnail. You have to have a channel. And that was a priority to me. and nobody did it. The reason why is because I was trying to build an actual, real human interaction community. And we can't do that if I don't know who you are and you only know who I am. That's called YouTube. That's normal YouTube. And that's not what I was going for. So I'm not calling you a bot. I'm just saying, with a bunch of yellow stickers looking at me with the letter R or M or G on it, that's not realistic. That's not real people talking. Okay? So when I wanted, if you were going to be paying for a membership, I wanted to be talking to people just like you can see me. I can't see you. How can we do anything like that? Say I have 5 equals, okay. But that's not, say, don't know what thumbnail is. Yeah, well, I mentioned that in the beginning, okay, because I wanted to build a personal relationship with the people, my members. And if we can't follow the guidelines and the rules of the membership, then that's why I said don't bother doing it. And I don't know if you know or not yet, you must have heard the video. Please don't just, unsubscribe, and don't have no more money taken out your account for this. All right. That's not what I want to do. I don't want anybody's money for that membership, because it was just too many, it's too many flaws in that for me. I'm not even going to blame anybody for the membership. I'm going to blame the platform for allowing people that have been blocked to be able to pay to harass you. So I'm not blaming anybody. I just didn't, that's just creepy to me. That's all. So please don't take offense, okay? Thank you, Savern Huff. Yeah, please don't take it personally. I'm look. Can I tell you another? Say, I get it. Just hoping you are comfortable with my watching. While we're on normal YouTube, I don't care what you do. It's Can you imagine? Can you imagine inviting somebody to your personal home and you've never seen them? It's kind of unnerving, right? That's kind of how that was. Because I wanted to build an actual relationship. Can you imagine inviting someone to your home and they won't show their face? I'm going to be honest with you. Now, this to me, for all of social media, all the way across the board, I mean this, all the way across the board, I think all social media platforms should make you show your face for all kind of reasons, because it's dangerous. If they made people show their faces on social media, it would be a lot of people that don't do social media, because the things that are being said, if they had a way to trace back, if I could find you a way to trace back from the bullies and the people that starting stuff, and the racists and the hateful people, see, that's what I'm trying to stay away from. And if you don't understand, when you don't have a channel and I don't have anybody to, imagine this. Imagine this as a content creator. Imagine you let somebody take your kid to school. Imagine if your kid said, I'm going with Uncle Frank. He ain't got no Uncle Frank now. I'm going with Uncle Frank. He gonna take me to school. Would you let your kid get in a car with somebody you ain't seen their face? You don't know who they are. You never met them. You don't know what they look like. You don't know what they sound like. But your son is calling them Uncle Frank, knowing good and well you don't got a brother at all. That's how that is. It's a creepy feeling when people are watching you, but you don't know who's watching you. I'm gonna tell you, and I think I can speak for all content creators, because I know with some content creators out there don't care. They just want to make the money. But the content creators that really, truly, deeply care about people, when you can't see people's faces,
and you can't recognize people's thumbnails and they don't have a channel, I'm going to tell you what it feels like to me. It feels like, you know how it's dark outside and is light inside your house? People can see in your house and see you, but you can't see out and see them. They can watch you wash up. They can watch you brush your teeth. They can watch you take a dump. They can watch you eat your food. And they're right outside that window at night. You can't see them, but they can see you. They can see you do all of your intimate things. They can be watching you, recording you, whatever, but you don't even know that they're there. That's how, as a content creator, I and many other people feel when people come in watching us. We don't know who you are. And I'm going to tell you why it's such a big deal. It's such a big deal because in real life, that doesn't happen. In real life, if I was a comedian and I was on a stage, or I was an entertainer on a stage, I can see everybody in this audience watching me. Everybody that paid for a ticket to come watch me, I can see. If this dude is giving me the bird, I can see him. If this girl keep yelling out, calling me names, I can see her. I can call the police on her. I can call the security on him. But imagine you're on the stage, you're performing, and that big, bright, shiny light is in your face, that stage studio light, where you can't see your audience. They can only see you. That's an unnerving feeling. It really is. And people don't think that that doesn't affect your psyche and your mental. It does. People say, Led, you don't even be reading the comments. That's because I be trying to focus on getting my message out and getting my message across. Because if I read the comments too much and see somebody calling me a handful of M's and a pocket full of B's, and it's going to throw me off. Because they don't have a thumbnail, they don't have a channel, and they're going to just stir up trouble, and it's going to throw me off. And it does it to every content creator on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram that I see. People come in saying crazy stuff. They don't got a thumbnail, they don't got a channel, they don't got no place that you can respond to. They don't have nothing that you can go tell the authorities, he did that, she did that. So for me to start that membership, I was trying to get away from that, so I can get some good messages across to people. But nobody wanted to do a thumbnail. Nobody wanted to show their channel. Nobody wanted to show their face. And people wanted to stare at me, pay $24, $25 to stare at me. I got that on YouTube. So I'd rather not take people's money, especially creeps. When I don't want you here, I don't want you here. I'm not about the money like that. You know, I'm not that kind of content creator where I'll do anything for money. People say, if I give you $1 million, will you bash your head up against the wall? No. Will you eat this dog turd? No. I don't care. $1 million is a lot of money, especially when you broke. You want to know why I don't do anything for money? Because if I would have did anything for money, I would have had a lot of money by now. Trust me, the offers was coming through over this last 8 years. And there were certain things I won't do for money. I'm going to tell you why I won't do anything for money, for no amount. This is why. And you remember this for the rest of your life. And y'all tell y'all kids this too. The reason why I don't do anything for money, even when I'm broke, like now, is because money goes away. Money gets spent and money disappears. You know what don't get spent and don't disappear? Your memories of what you did for that money. You will never get rid of the memory of what you did, evil, wicked, or gross, for the money that you made. The money gone. You can't even remember what you did with all the money that they gave you. But you will never forget what you did for that money. You'll forget what you did with the money, but you'll never forget what you did for the money. And I don't want that on my psyche. I don't want that on my temple to be like, man, I hope nobody ever finds out about that. I don't ever want to have to say that. So it's a lot of people on social media and YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. They'll do anything for money. They'll look at all the women that be buck naked. They be buck naked, dancing, clapping their cheeks and just for money. Because they thinking about here and they thinking about now and they thinking about themselves. They ain't thinking about one day you're going to have some kids. One day your kids going to look and listen, the internet is forever. The internet so far is infinite. They shouldn't call it the internet. They should call it the infinite. Because everything you do on here, you can't get rid of. Somebody got a copy of it somewhere. So you got to remember one thing. You may have a kid one day. You may be, hey, you don't know, you may be the next president of the United States. Look, the bar done dropped so low. You may be the next president of the United States. Imagine you found your path, and your path was supposed to be in politics. You didn't know, but you ended up taking a real interest in politics. You go to school for this and then don't even realize one of your political enemies in the future, when you going for president, find all your YouTube videos, you twerking and clapping your butt cheeks with no clothes on. Or one of your kids find this, or your kid is in school, which happens a lot now. Your kid is in school and all of his or her friends showing your mama clapping her butt cheeks in the classroom and they laughing. That little kid is going to be on the news. I ain't got to tell you why. You know why kids be on the news these days for schools. Because these other kids keep teasing them like, your mama got a nice booty, your mama clapping her butt cheeks. Look, these women out here, and I ain't saying just the women, because the men do strange stuff too, but the women out here doing this stuff and don't realize your future ain't over. A bunch of these young girls too. These young women don't realize you're not going to always be here in this position, in this situation. One day you're going to wake up and want more. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm glad there wasn't no internet when I was young. I'm glad there wasn't no internet when I was young because I did some crazy stuff and I was in the middle of a bunch of stuff. But now there is an internet where my stuff, you won't know it unless I tell you about it. But the internet, man, they'll spread your information like wildfire and you will never get rid of it, man. You don't just have a bully in the classroom anymore. You got the whole world turns into your bully. The whole world turns into your bully. You know what a bully is called now? A meme. All you gotta do is screw up one time and turn into a viral meme. Here's the worst part. You gonna make a lot of money off that meme. But man, you don't want your grandkids and stuff seeing that, man. Embarrassing part of you. Like, and they do it to little children's too. It's a little song. Why can't I just stop thinking about waffles? Have y'all heard that little song with the little girl? Waffles, waffles, waffles. Have y'all heard this song? Why can't I just stop thinking about waffles? Have y'all heard this song? If you haven't heard the remix of this little girl talking about some
She's crying. She about 5 or 6 years old, talking about some, why can't she just stop dreaming about waffles? And why can't she stop thinking about them? Go YouTube, remix, why can't I stop thinking about waffles? Here's my problem with it. It's freaking hilarious. That little girl is going to be damaged. She'll never be the president of the United States. She'll never work in politics. The mother that posted that video don't realize she just put her daughter on a path of destruction. Because nobody is going to forget that shit. And it's not going to be funny. Can you imagine? Oh man, yeah, man, I met this girl. Man, she's so fine, man. I'm in love with her, blah, blah, blah. And your friend like, oh, when you gonna show it to me? She's here now. I want to meet her. And your friend like, oh, yeah, oh, shit. Oh, yo, this who you with? Oh, waffles, right? Man. Dude, I didn't know you met the waffle girl. 10 years ago, whatever, like that, thinking about waffles, right? You ruined this little girl's life trying to get clicks and views. You may have made $200,000 off that bullshit, but your daughter is going to be permanently damaged. So for me, I don't do anything for clicks and views, because you got to remember, the internet is infinite. It never stops. All this stuff is out here for the rest of all of eternity, right? So anyway, I'm glad you came here so we can clear that up with the membership. I wasn't interested in the membership thing in the first place. The only reason I did it so I could talk to real people about real stuff, and that went sideways. Say that's what I thought about. I forget. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. She getting restless and hungry. So everybody, enjoy your day. Take good care. I'm about to go out here and clean up some of this wood. I'm gonna try to do a little bit a day. All right. Say they auto-tuned it. Yes, they auto-tuned the waffle remix. Yes, it's auto-tuned. And it's remixed. And it's a little dude playing instruments on the side. To the It's horrible. That little girl is what is emotional damage? That's what that little girl is. Emotional damage. I feel bad for her. And that little dirty little boy that say, wanna come over? You like surprises? Damage, emotional damage. Say the song is definitely going to follow her for the rest of her life. Absolutely. Absolutely. And do y'all remember when YouTube first kind of started, right? And they had the first viral people, the first viral content creators. One of the first I remember was the Star Wars boy. Do you remember him? Do you remember the Star Wars boy when YouTube first came out? Ruined his life. They did a interview on that dude, and he had to have mental therapy and everything. That boy, he lost it because they made him into a meme, man. Anytime now somebody put some cameras, yeah, to leave Britney alone, dude. But he wanted to go viral with that garbage. All the families exploiting their children. Absolutely, they are. Absolutely. So to me, everything ain't worth a click and a view, and everything ain't worth the money. And I'm not that dude. I'm not that guy that I'll do anything for the clicks, the views, or the money. I never have been, never will be. It's not worth it to me. Chocolate Rain. That was Tay Zonde. He embraced that craziness though. You know something? Tay Zonde was different. Tay Zonde, his wasn't embarrassing. His song was catchy, and he had a quirky, deep voice for a little dude. His song was a little different. Chocolate rain, some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. His wasn't so embarrassing. But I'm talking about the Star Wars kid that was doing the Star Wars stuff on a backstage, and somebody cut the cameras on and was recording him in secret and then uploaded it to YouTube. That ruined that dude's life. Tay Zonde knew what he was doing, and he still liked it. So Tay Zonde wasn't a joke. He was just different. Okay. And the toilet girl, the toilet lady, who sitting on the toilet and flush. That crazy stuff. She went viral. Just people was going viral. Yeah. Right. I am a king. Kim and Ray J. Pamela Anderson and what was his name? Something Lee. Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson. Yo. You know, I remember all of them because want to hear something? That's how long I've been on YouTube. When Tay Zonde, when Tay Zonde was doing Chocolate Rain, that's how long I've been on YouTube. Just to let you know. Hide your kids, hide your wife, yeah, him. Right. Absolutely. Him too. That's how long I've been on YouTube, y'all. I got videos from way back then. Gardening and flying radio controlled planes and cars. Same stuff I do now. Drones. Same stuff I do now. I don't even know how long that been. That been about 15 years. Something like that. All right, let me get off of here. Same, I still have my first channel from 2006. Yep. Say my Chocolate Rain was like 07. Oh, it was like 07. Yeah, 07. Yeah. Cause I'm thinking about some of the birthdays I know of. And yeah, 07 for sure. 07, 08, something. No, 07. It was 07. Chocolate Rain. Say, yep, I've been here with you since like, yes, that. And see, I got a whole nother channel that marks that anniversary. I don't even use that channel no more. So let me get off here. Everybody, enjoy your day. I enjoyed y'all company for the day. And I hope we got a lot of stuff squared away. But be looking out. I will make sure for Angel, I will make sure I put the link to everything in this video in the description box in the first pinned comment. And I will upload the link for the Zoom once we have worked it out and let everybody know for the solar Zoom so we can all get our equipment hooked up properly. Okay? All right. Everybody, enjoy your day. Live from every 3. I love you. Stay safe. Stay sane. I love you. And I'm out. Okay, pup. God. She trying to tell. I know what you want. That's why you loving me. She want her toys. All right, y'all. Have a good one.